because I got my copy of the game from Mr. Aquaman. I won. It was before the Ultimate Edition came out, so I like won the version of the game that had like I got a code, and it was the version of the game that had almost everything. How did I get Rain though? Oh, you know what? Because I game share with Nips, and Nips bought Rain, so I got like the complete, like the full game of like the base game from Mr. Aquaman in the giveaway, and then Nips I think bought Rain because he had the game too for the tournaments, and like I think I'm somehow game sharing with Nips still. But it was cool. I won a giveaway thing, or one of the codes that they drop in the chat or on Twitter or whatever, and it worked. All right, here we go. So we got Shang versus Melina. Interesting choice here. Don't see a lot of Melina. Alright, delay, get up. Now he's got Shake, so that zoning is not going to be too effective. A bit early on the punish there, though. So ends up hitting him airborne, not too much damage out of it. I wasn't looking at the build, so I'm curious. Okay, there it is, the Ermac lift. That's going to be our combo tool here. So that'll be primarily what we see Zytro going for to, you know, build that damage and extend it further. So the sweep, a lot of low pokes coming out here from Kraven. Maybe just trying to condition him for that low block so we can sneak some of those overheads in there. Melina does have a handful. Oh, we got a weird firewall out there. Now, does it linger? We won't see it now. The KB will definitely take it away. And the jump over to the side switch means Zytro takes round one. I don't think I need these headphones. I don't need them. Slide to close the combo out. 299 in the damage department. Not very bad. Size away. Got to be careful with those, though. We have seen that Zytro has the shake, but every time he's going for the shake, it's like a little bit late. You know, he's not reacting to it. He's trying to be a little preemptive on it, and it seems like Kraven is just not taking the bait. There's that firewall, but it's put right on top of him, so immediately will be blocked and removed. Big launcher on the get-up attack. No meter to keep it going, but caught him with the KB, and that should be the kill with the down two. You can actually do, I've seen it from other people. After the back, that KB that he does right there, he actually gets access to uppercut opties. Like, you can uppercut and then catch them again into Ermac lift and keep it going. He's got some really dirty damage off of that. I think maybe even Zytro going for it there, but at bare minimum, the uppercut was to guarantee the kill. So Zytro taking game one. Head back to our character select here. That is the part of the lobby is it is going to send us back to character select every single time. So we're going to be getting a new stage usually every single time, and we may be seeing a different character. And from Kraven, that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. He is going to go for a Sindel swap here.
Shang Tsung's Island Ruins.
Yeah. You can do it after that. I don't know what it's called, the name of it, but the back two or back one down two thing, and then uppercut, and you can still follow up afterward. I don't remember who I saw do it to me, but some Shang player did it, and I was like, yo, that was tight. Definitely had me hyped up. Man, I feel like I've had my best matches today on stream, too. I mean, I did lose one of them, but the matches I won, I was playing on point. Okay, there we go. Nice call out with the shake. Goes for the double shake, and he will catch it. Zytro with a huge life lead there at the start. Does finally take a little bit of damage, but Kraven in a little bit of trouble. And man, I have not seen that Shane KB in quite a while. It's not one of the impossible ones. It's not a forbidden KB, but you know, it does have some building blocks that you have to put together to get it to work. And now Zytro threatening with that shake, just daring Kraven to throw another KB or fireball. Not going to happen. He will get caught, and that's going to put Zytro up another round here in game two. Max distance lift. Not going to be able to punish it here, but cartwheeling in to try to get something going. A little bit too far with that overhead hair whip. Hair flip. Oh, what was he doing? I think he was summoning a firewall there, but Kraven will catch him out of it. Alright, Here's the Ermac lift. He is going to be airborne, but still going to be able to get the damage going. Not a full conversion. You see that firewall right in front of him. Alright, goes for another hair flip, but I don't know if he's doing the far version and it's like whiffing. Like, I gotta be honest, I am not exactly sure what is going wrong there with that. But Kraven, multiple times we end up seeing that hair flip just not connect the way that he wants it to. There's the point blank hair flip though. That one will find its mark. Okay, pokes into it, but immediately Zytro is ready for that. Does have the kill combo as well. Gonna get a little Ermac brutality as he tears the Scream Queen in half and takes the 2-0 lead.
Shang Tsung wins.
And then we're not in a particular room, Frostcott. We just got the bracket going here. Or whatever, but I should still be able to put you in. Frostcott, we got Spooky, who was unfortunately on Series X, so we weren't able to... We didn't find out until it was too late. So I can put you in his place instead, if you want to come through, Frost. I'm down to see me some Frost play. Don't get to see it enough. You truly don't get to see it enough. Alright, cool. So that's what we're going to do. Well, let's make sure that Reese is here. Reese, are you still here? I know Reese was here earlier. So hopefully Reese is still good to go. Okay, cool. Reese is still here. Alright, excellent. So Reese is still here, so that means that spot we're going to go ahead and put designs in for Spooky. Because unfortunately we got console problems, which are likely only going to get worse. Especially because it's the holidays, a bunch of people are going to get the new console, but hopefully they don't sell their old console. If you are trying to compete in MK11, I guess we could all upgrade, right? But I don't have the money for an upgrade yet. And then even fucking Game Pass PC version of it is on a different thing, because I'm going to get... My next upgrade that I want to do is a PC. I need a new computer, more than I need a new console. But even that's its own separate thing. Alright, this is a problem. Zytro, you can't switch character. This is a problem. This game doesn't count. You can't switch characters in a tournament when you win. So, the results of this match don't matter. Learning experience, though. It's practice. This is what practice is for, is to learn these things. In the tournament, just like... I thought, for a second, I was like, I'm gonna say something, but I was like, oh wait, he's Shang. He just did a Soul Steal. But then I was like, but you don't get to change the drip when you do the Soul Steal. And he's been Melina for a while now. I think Omni's here and ready to go. I think Omni's good. I'm not 100% though, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's good. Alright, so Zytro, that doesn't count. So we're gonna be... I don't have a date yet, exactly. Let me look at the calendar for the exact date. Let me get that. Yeah, it's no worries, it's no worries. It's, basically, you gotta kind of treat it like a Combat League set. Like, just like in a Combat League set, they don't let you switch unless you lose. Then yeah. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just... That game didn't count at all. And go back to Shang. Because Kraven wants to... I would think the ideal thing would be Kraven wants to figure out how to beat your Shang. And not have to figure out how to beat your Melina and get a free win against the Shang. Kraven would like to figure out how to beat the Shang, is what I would think. So yeah, make sure you're the same variation and everything of Shang. And then Kraven is going to make a run at it with their... I guess Melina again this time. Back to Melina. Okay, so looking at January, because that's when we're going to be getting started, you know, after the holidays pass. What does it say? January. So the first one is the first. It's New Year's. That's during the holidays. So January 8th. So the 7th, 8th, and 9th, that weekend is when we're going to be probably looking to get started with the tournaments. And those ones are going to be, like I said, with prize pools and stuff for them too. And that's going to be starting, like, hopefully around January 8th, if things go according to plan. Alright, a little bit too far for that sweep, but the Rolling Thunder will connect, forces him off of that breakaway here. So no defensive meter early for Zytro. Alright, Rolling Thunder gets him out of there, but might not be what he's looking for to be full screen like that. Nice punish here from Zytro as well, gonna get some damage. Those firewalls have been working out quite nicely here for Zytro too. You know, they've just been like a pesky nuisance. Craven trying to close that gap, but all of a sudden you've got a little flame tornado there, and it's catching him off guard. Alright, now back to full screen. Shang a little more comfortable here, but that full screen corpse drop actually not catching, and instead the size connecting. Craven now with another tornado. The Ermac lift is going to drop him right into it, and that is now going to be set point here available for Zytro. Alright, double size, gets under one. That's the KB as well. Very nicely done here for Craven. An early life lead, but he still is going to have to likely make his way in. I mean, ultimately, I think Shang is going to do a better job of, you know, controlling that full screen distance and stuff, and getting away with zoning. So that little life lead he had, we're still going to need to build from it. And now we've got the conversions. Doesn't get the full combo, though. But that's what I think the guy did do, is like a standing 3 or a standing 4, whatever that button is right there. It was such a dirty combo off of that, that back 1 KB. Craven looking to make a comeback here. Fatal Blow is available. Could be done off of a hit confirm. Forward throw. Oh no, that's back throw. Sends him out of the corner. YOLO Fatal Blow. Nobody's home though. And that is going to be Zytro closing it out. Alright, so Zytro takes it. Let's go ahead and head back to our bracket so we can see what's going on with this. Get this weird fucking white bar off the screen. So we got that score, the 3-0 in there, and then we can go ahead and hop into Clay and Dr. Omnipotent if you guys are ready to go. So let's go ahead and get Clay and Dr. Omnipotent. Clay, can you put your gamer tag in there one more time? I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's just how it should be, but just to make sure I'm ready. I got it right. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. It's the 0 is the different part. There's a bonus 0. Bam, let's go. No force? Alright, I think I got the right one. I'm going to add you as well to make it easier to find you. And then we're going to call in the doctor. And then I guess Zytro, if you really want to linger in the lobby, you can, as long as you stay AFK. But you're more than welcome to back out and go do some other stuff too if you'd like, whatever you want to do. You don't have to leave. Unless the game gets like super laggy and one of the combatants prefers it, but I don't have a problem if you want to hang out in the lobby, that's fine. Oh damn, Enzo, you are just a tad bit late. Dude, that was fun when we were playing Project Winter though. We gotta do that again. That was fun. It was a shame that Amongst didn't work, but that was tight. And and apparently I got an achievement for as a traitor killing the other traitor, because I must have shot you with the gun. I couldn't have told them that, like that was gonna be a sign of my innocence. Alright, let me type these names.
The Terminator.
Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. You definitely have a little bit of time to go lab, though, Craven. You got your time. And I will try to make sure to refer to you as a lady in the future. Assumptions are tough, but I make them frequently. I don't know. Well, you know what? Maybe I will be awake for it tonight. We'll see. I'd be down. I'd be down. If you can gather the frogs, I'd definitely be down. Alright, I gotta take away Dr. Omnipotent's 3 points, though. He doesn't get to start with that much. A PhD doesn't get you that much. Too far ahead. Yeah, apparently I did. This is a hard achievement to get, though. I'll take it. I will take it. Alright, here we go. Game number 1. I see Terminator. I love seeing some Terminator here. And Terminator is just one of those deadly characters that, as long as you are able to like put together the damage when you catch somebody, you can get a comeback at almost any point. There is some real dangerous potential in that character.
How? You are also undead.
Oh, he's got the Cyclops optic blaster as well. Immediately coming out with the chains. Will catch Clay out of the air, but now he's point blank. This is where Terminator wants to be. Gets a grab. Fortunately, the screen distance is going to be a little far, but we'll see how he makes his way in. Tries for a running man, immediately gets stuffed, though. And Dr. Omnipotent going to spend both bars, 419. Tags in with the low as well. A little bit too far away to keep it going. And this is your chance for a punish here. Claymation is going to get just a throw. Going to probably want to maximize that damage a little more, but damage is damage ultimately, right? If you can get something going, that is still better than just like a little poke. And he's got those ion grenades as well. Those will be a threat. The interesting thing about the ion grenades is that they do technically have some type of ammo to them. You can't see based on the way he's standing right now, but on his leg, he has the grenades actually on his hip. So you can only use a grenade while they're present on his hip, and they'll recharge over time. I believe he has 2 of them there. And he also uses it in his throw, so you have to be careful. Alright, follows block, gets out of the corner. This will be his chance here. Oh, misses that low kick at the end to close out the string. And a quick throw from Dr. Omnipotent will reverse these positions as well. Oh, too far away! I like the idea, but just not quite close enough to get in there. And Dr. Omnipotent will punish him dearly, splitting him in half with that Hellspawn charge.
Spawn wins.
I don't know exactly what Terminator's like B&B punish is, because one of the things about Terminator is that his primary launching string is not very fast, so you can't really use that as your go-to punish per se, right? Like if you block something, or if you're trying to like, you know, catch a quick jab punish, your jab punishes are not actually going to be that deadly. So I'm kind of curious to see what Clay is going to start doing to pump that out. And you know, you got, I think another big thing here is you want to build that I'll be backbreaker command grab for Terminator as well. So even if you're going for raw command grabs, just build that crushing blow up, because it is so powerful.
You can. Retro Kid.
This set of the spawn skins are the absolute best. That Surgeon General spawn. Alright, here we go. Game number 2. We have a switch from Clay now over to Liu Kang. He does have the, I believe he's got the teleports on here, so interesting to see how Dr. Omnipotent handles those. The teleport, you know, online in particular, it can be somewhat dastardly. You can kind of sneak in on stuff and people just aren't ready for it, especially when you're just peppering them with fireballs. I think the move is a gimmick and you can just freely jump over it, but online that can be kind of sketch. Ooh, a little bit too far for that grab. Clay trying to get his pokes out there. Ooh, okay, caught. There's the overhead. There it is again. Nice backdash into the cape. Not enough damage to kill, but Clay in a bit of trouble. And this is where Spawn excels too, is once he's got you cornered, that chain normals that he has in the corner, they're just so deadly, because the big thing about them is that they don't put him at risk. You see where he's standing and he's still a huge threat to you, and where he's standing, you're not really a threat to him. He is totally safe. So on the 8th is when we're going to try to do like official tournaments with prize pools and everything. This is just like a practice one for fun for anybody that's home because, you know, it's the holiday. Plenty of people had stuff to do today, so wasn't really worried about like who showed up or whatever, but this was for whoever was around. But the 8th, I think, because we're going to have a similar weekend next weekend with New Year's. But once we get to the 8th, I think we'll be able to get a little bit back on track and kind of summon call the banners out and get everybody back in and put the prize monies up and stuff like that. So that is when we're looking for it. Is the 8th. The YOLO Fatal Blow. It will work, though. Dr. Omnipotent getting a little bit over-aggressive there. Gets caught. Now, that does mean that Clay is going to be missing out on that armor and that fatal blow as we move into the final round, but he still does have a lot of his other crushing blows available to him, so he could go off here in this final one. Catches him with the teleport. Another teleport makes it happen. Clay is going crazy right now. Dude, the Wi-Fi bless. Is he gonna get the flawless? Okay, nope, the curse has been cast. But Claymation turning it up here. Only a little bit left to chew through. Can Dr. Omnipotent make this comeback? There is a breakaway available for Clay, but the duck on the throw. Hands to yourself, Doctor. What a duck. Dude, Clay went off with the teleport that round. I was talking shit about the teleport. I think it's a goofball move. I'm not going to change my position. I do think it's a goofball move, but look, we're playing online. That shit can get wild, and that is exactly what we saw. I mean, he had chunked through, I think, 70% of that health bar before Doctor was even able to, like, stand up, get his clipboard, check his notes, figure out what exactly the patient had wrong with them, and by then, it was just a little bit too late to stabilize.
You can spawn.
The problem with the teleport is if you jump, if you just neutral jump, every single option whiffs. That's like the problem with it. But the thing is online, that is significantly less reliable to do. And even when you do it, you can't always get the punish on it too. Because what you do is you neutral jump, all of the options, overhead, left, right, down, all of them whiff, and then you punish them on the way down. But when you're playing online, you know, some of that stuff is less reliable. And the thing is we know we're playing online. So it's not an excuse that you're like, you knew you were playing online. This is what we're dealing with. So you must prepare accordingly. Clay, there's your point. Also want to give a thanks to Nerve coming through with the follow. Thank you very much. Glad you're having fun checking out the Xbox action we hear as the Exiles throw down a little before Christmas combat. I was trying to find a fun way of incorporating Home Alone and like Macaulay Culkin into a event name, but I couldn't think of anything. Maybe you guys have some better ideas. Macaulay Combat? Nope, it's too weak. It's too detached from it too. Because the idea is like for the people that are home alone for the holidays, let's play some games. Because look, I'm not going anywhere for Christmas tomorrow. I'm going to be hanging out here by myself. So I'm probably going to stream some games. Anybody that wants to join me, if we got enough of you, let's do a thing. Oh, the YOLO Dragon kicks in there, Clay. He has that fatal blow. We've seen what he can do with it in the past. Will he make his way in? Not quite close enough. Gets a little aggressive going in there with that dragon kick. But here's the thing. If Doctor was going for a fireball or something, that could have been a KB in the kill. So Clay taking the risks, not paying off, but he's willing to take them. And I think setting that tone for your opponent can be already a deadly bit of a charge to kind of let them know, like, hey, I'm going to be a scary player. And then once you got them on the back foot, then you're kind of free to patiently work your way in sometimes. But you got to go crazy in the first place, right? It's like a customer service mindset. You freak out on the first person you talk to, so you get to a manager, and then you can be a little bit more peaceful, but you got to get through that initial barrier. Okay, getting caught. This is where the danger zone has been. Doctor doesn't have too much health to work with. Clay just outside of Fateable territory. He will use the interactable. Flawless block will save that chip damage from being too great, but the throw attempt there from Doctor is going to whiff, and Clay ties it up, gets himself out of the corner too. Arguably the most important thing about this is he's no longer cornered by Spawn. Spawn is one of the most dangerous characters to be cornered by. Excuse me. Fireballs away. More fireballs. Just packing them on. The teleport getting in there as well. Dr. Omnipotent not quite prepared. He will send his opponent to the corner here, though. Fireballs. Answering back with some zoning of his own. Spawn's fireball is genuinely a really strong fireball in its own right, too. You know, he can hang in the zoning war. Cancels on the low guns, just pestering him with that chain. You see the max distance of that, but look at how far they are. There is not a single button Liu Kang is going to push that is going to touch him. He's got to find a way to close that gap. Now, once he gets into Fatal Blow territory, the rules change a little bit here, but he got caught! Oh my goodness, he went for the YOLO Fatal, or the YOLO Dragon Kick, and here's the thing. I think Clay had just gotten his own Fatal Blow, and his own Fatal Blow would have won. His own Fatal Blow would have broken Doctor's Fatal Blow armor. What a wild finish. Scary stuff. And not the end yet. Dr. Omnipotent might breathe a sigh of relief, but he's not out of the woods yet. Still has a little bit more time to go. He's got to get another one in here, and Clay has shown that when he gets cornered, his fangs come out and he can be a deadly, deadly opponent. Gotta be careful. That's what I was thinking about too, is that Dr. Omnipotent was probably not going for it. You know, actually what might have happened, and I wasn't sure, when the health bars was, it might have been that first hit put him into the thing and had the Fatal Blow like flashing and he was just outside of it or whatever. Maybe he wasn't in it though. But it did look like you were trying to just barely avoid it. Because that's what I was about to say it, and then it happened. I was about to say, like, Claymation's just outside of Fatal territory. Once he gets it, he becomes very dangerous. But then the attempt to skirt just so barely along the edge ended up happening. Maybe you did, like, a normal into a Fatal Blow cancel or something? I don't really know what happened, but it did look like you were trying to skirt along the edge on that one. But here we go. Game number 4 now between these two. And so far, despite all the shit that we talk about how the teleports work, we haven't seen Dr. Omnipotent successfully be able to punish the teleports. The teleports have been an effective tool, and we haven't seen them really costing Clay dearly, right? It's one thing to say, like, you got it and it didn't really work out, but it's different when it starts becoming a big punishable error. And here, not happening. Clay getting away with that one on block even. There's that low. Tries to get in there with that reversal dragon kick, but that dragon kick is not going to punish that, so he's going to need to find a different tool to close that gap. There's just so much pushback on that low chain stance there from Spawn that you really can't reliably get away with punishing, it feels like. See, opening up with the throw. Not quite enough to kill off another one of those, but now danger zone here. Fireballs away. No more meter left from Spawn, though. Air-to-air trade will be in Spawn's favor, and he now puts himself on set point. Be careful. All right, fireballs away. Shots. Careful. Teleports in. Now that one is a high, so if you block that one, there is no punish to it, I believe. But it's a high, right? So you can duck underneath it. The shit's just not coded properly because you can jump out of all of the options. So that's the weird issue with it. Is the ability to jump out of even the overhead. You guys pass each other as you're jumping into the sky, and you give him a wink while he flies right past you, and then you hit him. Ooh, big damage here. Dr. Omnipotent just bullying in the corner. He's got meter, got to be careful. Goes for the reversal, gets the punish on that one off of the War Club. These teleports. Jumps in, too far away. Oh, he went for the fatal blow, but Dr. Omnipotent, wisely keeping his distance this time around, did not want to let Liu Kang get close and able to catch him with the cape afterward on the whiff. So that is going to be Claymation falling to Dr. Omnipotent. 3-1 victory there for the Doctor. So let's head back over to our bracket here and take a look at that while we get prepped for our next match, which is going to be Robitussin and Reese. And then after that, we'll follow it up with YB Designs, aka Frost God, and Sherm closing it out. So let's go ahead and get those invites out there to Robitussin and Reese. Reese, it's Tales of Halloween, right? I believe that's the gamer tag I'm looking for. Oh, no, it's Soul. No, Tales of Halloween is your thing. It's Soul Perception, right? It's Soul Perception still? Tales of Halloween is your Twitch name. Yeah, there we go. Soul Perception. Oh, this is weird. Your gamer tag is different on the pictures here. One is Kratos, and then it's... I'm gonna say Goku. I know it's not Goku, but I don't know who it is, so it's Goku. I'll let you guys see who Goku is. Look, I know that's not Goku, but I don't know which Goku it is, so I'm gonna call it Goku. Alright. Well, you don't have to worry about Spooky. Because Spooky is on the wrong console, so... You should be more worried about... Reese. Reese is the one I would worry about. I like the... Well, at least last time we saw Reese, he was playing a Jackie variation, but not the typical Jackie variation. We saw Rockets. Haven't seen Rockets since MKX, but we saw Rockets from Reese, and it was pretty tight. I have a capture card, and then it's all like through my computer, but I have an Elgato HD 60, I think, HD 60, and then so that's how I capture the gameplay, and then it comes through my PC to the stream. We'll go back to this while we wait. Oh, never mind, they're already here. All right, well I got some names to put it, so. Whoa. Alright, here we go. Robitussin versus Reese. And then Craven and Clay. Your guys' match is available in the losers bracket. If you guys want to play, no particular rush. You guys don't have to play immediately, but whenever you guys are ready, if you guys want to go ahead and play that match, you guys can do so. And I think just for time, we're gonna have at least a little bit of the lower bracket. Well, you know, it's the same number of matches that we were gonna do. What time is it? 7:30. I think for time it'll still end up taking a while. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Yeah, I think that's probably the safest bet, just to make sure that we're not here forever. So we're gonna skip losers round 1 and possibly round 2. We'll see where we're at because we have some winners matches that we'll still be able to focus on. But here we see Sonya versus Johnny Cage. A little bit of a marital dispute going to be going down here then.
I'm your Harry and you know it.
Now I'm curious as to what build Reese is rocking then with Sonya. You know, one of the fun things about... Is this a real button check? Are we doing a real button check? I didn't know that that was a real button check. Can't you just set your buttons from the character select? Alright, well I guess this was a real button check. I gotta be honest, I saw him ask. I just thought that he was pretending. Is this real? Is this where it counts? I mean, this is like the official experience, for real. We had a button check. The only thing that we're missing is somebody needs to unplug their controller and pause the game. Because if I pause it, it doesn't do anything. I guess we could do something like this, but the game's still moving. You know, it's not official enough. But we could have some shit like this, you know. Now we're at CEO.
Not my contract.
Round 2, fight.
So I don't know what to do with this score. Did we count this score? Is this just the first 30 seconds didn't count, or the whole game doesn't count? It feels like it's gotten real now. That what was a playful joke between these two has now turned into a real fight. Look at that. Nice clean pickup. Tries for the neutral jump. Not gonna happen. A little bit of health left for Reese, but can he do it? No! Gets caught on the toesies. Alright, so does that count? I think that counts. I mean, I guess it's up to... Yes, that counts. Robitussin says that it counts. Alright, Reese needs to swap controllers. He doesn't trust that controller. The trust fall failed. That was a wild button check. Oh, I see. That's what you were trying to figure out. You were curious if this would function in other places. I can use this to slap noobs in Halo, but can I also win money in Xbox tournaments for Mortal Kombat? Apparently not. Your sidekick is gonna be cooking folks, though, I'm sure. Dude, I fucking love the sidekick. I love the sidekick in Halo. There are numerous games where it's just like, you know what? I don't even have an AR. It's sidekick first. It's just so good. Alright, so the Time Titan. Let's go. Better rip, force balls. Finding their way home. Ooh, just barely. A little early on that quicksand, trying to get the trip guard there. Goes for the sand choke, but the breakaway will keep Robitussin safe. Here's a throw. Gonna go ahead and dunk Johnny Cage. I love that throw animation too. The way he like rewinds himself to where he was before and catches you. Ooh, big damage coming here. No breakaway to stop it. We're just going to go straight into the KB. I like the way that he did that. He kept the combo really short, and what that did is meant that there was not heavy scaling on that. So despite it being really kind of quick and to the point, it was almost 40%. And if he would have done a longer combo, it would have been almost 40%. So get the damage and just get it out of the way early without mucking about with too many opportunities to drop it. And you still get comparable, if not better, numbers. I think that is one of the crushing blows that can be heavily scaled if you use it too late in the combo. Robitussin looking to mount a comeback here. We do have Fatal Blow cancels available for the star here. Is he going to catch him? Nope, just going to let it rip on those force balls. But then a reversal big fist finds its way home. So Reese takes round one here. Button checks are over. All right, force balls away. Just trying to whiff. He's building up that KB. Got to be very careful. Bam. Another throw. Point blank. Good throw tech there from Robitussin. Body splash to the other side. Flawless blocks, though, from Robitussin. Came to play here today. All right, jumping in. Force balls away. There's another one. Just shimmying back and forth. Trying to find his moment here. Sand choke is out. A breakaway is there, but solid armor break available here for Gearus after that. We won't see it happen. The combo is actually going to get dropped, so a free breakaway, if you will. There's the sand floor. Quicksand, get him away from you. What is that called? Because it's not sand trap or quicksand, and those are the moves I want to call it, but that's a different move. What do we call that move? We can't call it the beach. Summons the beach. I mean, maybe we could call it the beach. Put him on the beach. Alright. Throw. Nice throw tech. Hands off. Just outside of Fatal Blow range. Both players. Sand choke. That's it. That's death. Robitussin going to be able to kill here with a fancy combo. So that will cost him the KB. He will keep the Fatal Blow for later. So deadly, deadly options still available to Robitussin. Shifting Sands comes out, but ends up bringing his opponent into him. That could have been a little bit of a mistake, maybe. I don't know. It was a counter hit, though, so it looks like that was safe, and he was pushing something else. Maybe he wanted him there, trying to catch him with a down one, 6 frame. Launches him away. Reese puts the Shifting Sands out. Catches him trying to move. How many whiffs? Definitely enough. That's going to be the big judo chop. 318 on the damage there. And now Fatal Blow available yet again. Excelente. That is good to hear, Spooky. Another big chop here. Robitussin running out of health to work with. 35 left, but if he gets a fatal blow, that's it! And he's done it. A beautiful confirm off that back three for that long range. He was just able to basically get out of the way of what Reese was swinging with, and then whiff punish straight into a fatal blow. And the thing is, there's no need to go for like a nut punch launcher yada yada combo. Just straight into fatal blow, nice and easy, and that is the game for Robitussin. So Robitussin now up 2-0. We'll see what Reese has got for him as we move into our third game. Now, I was talking about certain Jacqueline Briggs shooting rockets, and we have not seen that. So perhaps it's time for Reese to bust that out, or maybe, since it's practice, it won't be happening. I see him hovering over it, though, teasing the idea, and I did see what looked like rockets. It's hard to tell. I don't actually remember what that image looks like of the rockets, but I think I saw rockets. We'll see if Shadow Jackie in the back shoots a rocket. Shoot a rocket, Jackie. Oh, we won't get a chance. But there it is, prototype rocket. So not a common build here, but we've seen from Reese ends up making it work out, actually. Some fun and interesting things available to the rockets here. So we'll see how it ends up working out for him. Still has some of the other drawbacks, the 950 health in particular. And Reese is still running, you know, the Jackie, the bounce upgraded leap pressure in some ways as well. But just utilizing the rocket instead. It's very cool. There, leaping across the screen. Now finds himself cornered, though. And against Cage of all characters. Very scary. Alright, oh, jumps to the other side. Oh, no full punish there, though. Low poke. Rocket pressure. Still, see that rocket, it launches and you're still able to keep stuff going. Like, the idea of the upgraded stuff, it's still alive and well even with the rockets, it seems like. Here we go, though. Robitussin finds the answer back. Nice throw. Fatal blow now going to be on the table for Reese here. It's not quite as crazy, and it launches people. The flawless block. Robitussin quickly adapting. Dude, these are the three that I'm using. It's had many names in the past as well. Leaps in. Alright, finds his way in again. This time, gonna get the throw. Throw tech failed as well. Reese just trying to find an opening here. Look at this pressure. These little bitty staggers. Okay, that's the opening. Get the dash punch afterward. Not quite as much damage, however, as we're used to seeing from Jackie when she finds an opening like that. I mean, that is traditionally 35% before you even launch. What? How did that whiff? I'm okay with the punish. That's a punishable move, but you gotta block it first. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? That was so wild. Why did that hit? Oh, here's the opening grease kick launcher as well. No breakaway here from Robitussin. 273. Pressure coming in the corner. Lockdown. Oh, puts himself in the corner, but the elbow is good. Here's another grease kick launcher. Gonna go straight into the interactable. Doesn't want to worry about breakaway here. Rockets away, catches the toes. Fatal blow now available, but that could be honestly bad for Robitussin. Now one hit confirm is all it'll take. Don't get hit. Neither one of them can afford it now, but Robitussin is on set point here. Next strike could close things out for his opponent. He's in there. He's out of there. Oh, fatal blow cancels. Force balls away. Oh, the jab is empty. Oh no, but the connection from the strings. Neither player wanting to flinch, but Reese unfortunately getting tagged on that second hit there from the string, and it'll be enough to close it out. That was a very tense match, though. The stare down, still a little thrown off by that 3-3 KB coming through, but very valiant attempt there from Reese. He is going to dip into the lower bracket, but he is still alive, and Robitussin will move on. That means we've got only one match left here tonight in the opening salvo of our matches here. So we're going to go ahead and hop back to our bracket and get Sherman YB Designs, a.k.a. Frost God, in here. Alright. I think for YB Designs it's still the same thing, gamertag wise. Is there a 1 in, is there a 1 in the gamertag too? Is that what it is? No, there's no 1 in the gamertag. Okay, cool. Got it. And then Sherm, don't forget the bonus H. There's a secret additional H. Bam. Invites are sent. My duties are done. I've taken care of it. It's now up to you to heed the call. We got Frost in here.
Frost.
All right.
Total call.
Frost versus who? Is it Kodal time? I am intrigued from the outset. Let's go. This has been fun character-wise, too. This has been some cool characters here tonight. We're seeing Frost. We saw Melina and Shang Tsung early on. We had Rocket Jackie make an appearance. Damn, dude, third bot tonight. That is crazy. There's so many bots today.
Shao Kahn was weak, and you're weak.
Alan, tell me the prices.
You will soon be disappointed.
Please, what are the prices to buy followers?
I'll break you worse than he did.
How much does it cost? I want to know how much it costs.
Fight.
I'm not following your link until you can give me a structured breakdown on how much it costs. I need some quotes, bro. Alright, immediate breakaway. Sherm swinging in there, but the command grab will whiff, and now core overload. Frost God going to town. Armor break happens as well. Deadly stuff. Now, is this when she blows up? What happened? Why didn't anything happen? That was so cool. Why didn't it blow up and, like, get a combo? What the fuck? Still some opportunities here, though, for Frost God to go off. Spin, spin, spin. What? What? Why did it whiff again? Dude, I don't understand what's happening right now. I am genuinely confused and concerned by what's going on, but Frost God just cooking him. That core overload, giving him the extra damage on those chest moves, and the Omni Beam making it work. Man, that actually seems like a dumb word for it. Oh, maybe not. Omni Beam, but it's on your chest. It can't shoot anywhere. Like, Omni Beam, a beam on your chest feels like the least Omni of them all. That's got to be the hardest to point. Alright, here we go. More core overload. Alright, scoop him up. Take a drink. Alright. Thank you for that score update. Much appreciated. So Frost in there. Head bomb. Head bomb looks, or the head launcher actually looks like it might be safe. Fatal blow is available here. Now, go for fatal blow. Yes, okay, I was about to say, if you go for something too crazy, you're dealing with breakaway and nonsense. This extra Kodal health may matter here, so it's not a guaranteed death. In fact, it's going to be exclusively a Kotal survival strategy here. Anybody else would be dead, but not Kotal. And Robocop and Shao Kahn. Man. YouTube comments. He's alive! Oh my god, he did it! What a fucking comeback! Dude, that's a Kotal exclusive. That Fatal Blow combo would have killed the majority of the cast. But Sherm hung in there. The tenacity, and he will bring it back with a Fatal Blow of his own. We got Jinzo coming through with the sub as well. Thank you so much. Hope you've been having a good one and your holidays are going well. Alright, we got the core freeze going up. The overcharge as well. Both meters gone. You see that he's just spent all of his meter, but he's just letting it go. What the fuck? What even happened? Dude, this core charge shit is wild. He was doing down one burst, but then the core exploded and caught him. Alright, this might be the kill here. There is a breakaway, but you've got the head bomb to contest with, and he's not even gonna give him the chance with a full brutality combo grounded as well. That was sick. That was a lot of damage on the ground. That was like 30-ish%. It was early 30s, but like 31, 32% grounded. That was sick. We'll clip that. Let's see if we can use that for later. Frost God on the board first here. Nicely done, but Sherm putting up a hell of a fight as well. That big comeback with the Fatal Blow. Never can count out Kotal Kahn. We'll see what the option is here as we now move into game 2. Is he going to keep picking Kotal Kahn, or are we going to perhaps see something different here out of Sherm?
Kotal Kahn.
Nope, gonna stick to his guns here. Kotal's back.
Black Dragon.
I mean, it's a practice tournament. I don't blame you. Pretty good idea. Stick to what's been working. I gotta do some of that stuff myself too, Craven. I have too many too many patterns that my hands go to in a panic. That like in certain matchups, like I do Hydra Boost on block a lot, but against like Devora and a handful of other characters, it's a really bad idea, and I gotta remap my hands to do Tidal Wave on block in those matchups and stuff. Gotta make sure I'm expanding my arsenal. Alright, catches him. Corner pressure. Ooh, the core exploded there for him, though. So, I don't know actually how the core explosion works. And you know what? I don't think Sherm maybe knows either. Who knows? Does anybody know how it works? We're all confused. Because I don't know if he was like, can you block it? Did he get caught because he got thrown? So he got hit by the unblockable and just Frost God is timing it perfectly? This is so confusing. Here we go. Another core overcharge. But that one he didn't amplify, so does that one not explode? Okay, yeah, that one didn't explode.
I'll grind you to nothing.
I don't know what's going on. It's Frost. A lot of things to learn here. You just don't get to see enough of this characters. I think the amplified one is going to be the one that does the explosion. He doesn't have the meter for it this time, so we won't see it here. But he does still get a damage boost across the board anyway, right? So he's still going to be activating it every time. We got Blue Star Michael coming through with the follow as well. Thank you so much. All right, here's the low. Micro Burst catches him. Gonna get the launcher here. Sherm has been hanging on to his defensive meter. Wisely waits until the head bomb wasn't or the head removal wasn't coming out. So he will get away with a breakaway, but unfortunately it will not lead to his salvation as Frost God letting it rip. Barely catches him on that actually. It dropped the combo. Fatal Blow came out, but Frost God on the other side. You know, Frost also one of the more difficult characters to anti-air in my experience. I've had a hard time trying to anti-air it. You know what, Sherm? I'll be honest, I think you might be right. It's been a lot of like down one microburst, and part of it is he doesn't feel the need to block in some way, in some instances, because he's got the micro or the core overcharge. Like he's about to explode. I don't need to block because I'm gonna blow up. You know what I mean? Like he's got these countermeasures or these fail safes in check to be like, this is fine. Like I've got this fallback that even if I get caught, I'm just gonna push all these buttons and be okay because I'm about to pop. This is hyper aggression here from Frost. But like I was saying, she's a very difficult character to anti-air. I think that anti-airing Frost, she tucks into a ball. She's got really good normals from up above as well. I've had some trouble anti-airing her a few times. I think if you have dedicated anti-air moves, so like, you know, I've been playing Rain lately. Geyser Palm was probably just the better answer across the board, not even worry about it, but that jump kick will catch you. Alright, so the laser, the first hit gets absorbed, second hit finds its way home, and Sherm going off. Down one tornado. There has been non-stop tornadoes here. Teleports to the other side. That Glacier Calving going to be of no use now. What a weird word, calving. What is a calving? It's not carving. The word is calving. What is a calving? It has nothing to do with your calves, which is what I thought it is. Is it some weird word for that shape? It must be some weird. Alright, rock wall. Fatal blow now available here, though, for Frost God. Have to be very careful as Sherm, because a quick confirm is this is quite the opposite of Kodal's health. Before Kodal, extra health. Now, Cetrion, less health. Will he be able to kill without even needing the fatal blow? Not quite, but the poke at the end will be enough. Got Reckless Scar coming through to follow as well. Thank you so much. Glad you're having fun. Glacier Calving comes out. I don't think that Calving thing is necessarily safe on block either. When people throw it out in strings, I think what it does more than anything is it startles and scares people. You're like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's just a fucking projectile parry. But by the time that they've registered what it is, you're safe then. But I think if you're willing to just fucking press on it, you might not actually be like having to hold any follow-up pressure or anything there. Don't be afraid of the Glacial Calving. I don't think it's got any plus frames attached to it. Yes, this is Xbox only right now. Sadly, crossplay didn't get fleshed out enough to get everybody playing together. Alright, swing, swing. We'll do with the drill. Ooh, I gotta watch out. There's that Calving at the end, but he catches him with the buttons afterward. It's that hesitation, because is he finishing the string? What's going on? By the time you've registered what it is, you know, it's a little bit too late, and there's that core explosion, catching his opponent off guard. No breakaway to stop it. Tries for the triple and catches him with the follow-up. That was dirty. I don't even know if that was intentional, but basically the third one dropped in the combo and still caught him. Fucking wild. And Frost God takes it 3-0. But we saw Sherm in the chat, and he said he was going to lose this one on purpose so he could avoid Robitussin. This is the ultimate strategy. He's going next level here. The intentional fall. He took a dive, and he's going to be diving into the loser's bracket where he'll face off against Reese. So let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket again here while we get prepped up. And yes, Xbox tournaments are back. How do I do it? I'm having to remember how to push the buttons. It's been a little bit of time here, but it's coming back to me. So here is our bracket. We had Crater and Clay play off stream. We're going to have Reese and Sherm also go ahead and play off stream. And then we should be able to maybe do losers round 2 and forward on stream. We'll see. But we are going to continue the run right now with our round 2 matches on winner's side for sure. So we're going to go ahead and get Zytro versus Dr. Omnipotent, and then we'll get Robitussin and YB Designs to follow that up. So Zytro and Dr. Omnipotent up next. And remember, it is a double elimination bracket, so your first loss doesn't mean you're out. You are able to stick around and make your run through the lower bracket. I should be able to just find these guys that I recently played with, though, of course. So, easy invites. Oh no. Who are these people? These are strangers. Uh-oh. Well, I lied. His gamer tag is Soul Perception. Sure. This is weird. How does my recent players not even have Spooky in it? That's how I found him earlier. Okay, no, it's got Spooky in it at least. Alright. And then I just Zytro. Zytrophin. See, if you have it all lowercase, it looks like a medicine you would take. Like here, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Like Zytro with a capital FN, it's clearly something different. But what I've typed up here in the top, that looks like some sort of antidepressant. What is that name? Oh, Zytro's already in the game. Whoops. He's already here. Let it begin. Winners round 2 here. So this is just outside of winners finals here. We'll see who is going to continue to advance, who will stay alive, keep the streak going. So far, it's been a lot of 3-0s actually looking at our bracket. Dr. Omnipotent is the only winner that's dropped a game. Everybody else got here through smooth waters in the 3-0s. So we'll see if that has had any impact on these players. Are they perhaps going to be coming in feeling too confident? Is Dr. Omnipotent the only one that's been humbled by an L and who's going to be fully prepared for what is to come? Somebody's going to catch an L here, though, for sure. We'll see if it's Zytro or the Doctor. Looks like we have a Raiden. He's threatening a Raiden pick here. We saw Shang Tsung from him the first time, but maybe he doesn't like the Shang versus Spawn matchup. Anticipating a Spawn pick, and it'll be Raiden instead. I see Thunderwave down there too, so it's you know, the classic teleport storm cell shenanigans. And Dr. Omnipotent also going to be abandoning the prior strategies and adopting a new one here. He's got tentacles, literally, as he busts out the Cetrion. Interesting. Very interesting. H2O port, Deadly Winds, Earthquake, the classic new build from Cetrion. This is what people have been utilizing to really take things on as Cetrion players lately. It's no longer about I don't even know what it's called, not Force of Nature or whatever, or Spring Cleaning, right? They've adopted this new custom format that has been really deadly, and we'll see how Dr. Omnipotent opts to employ it here. Zytro, on the other hand, is going with a bit more of a classic Raiden, and I think Raiden, this is a character that we have seen some alternative builds to as well. This is probably the one you see the most of, but even at CEO, we saw somebody busting out a little bit of the Raijin Raiden stuff, so we'll see how Raiden fares. I think, you know, in terms of Cetrion's matchups, Raiden's probably one of the characters with the teleport in particular that can at least challenge a lot of what she's trying to do. So Zytro does have the tools, but the question is, will he be able to utilize them here? The Storm Cell connects. The beginning of the offensive now from Zytro. He's already lost a grip of health, and the Cyrax arm is going to almost finish him off. 40 health remains here. The air laser does it.
Earthrealm obeys.
It's a tournament now. We got 8 people, so we were only going to do a round robin if we had less. I kind of like the idea of doing a round robin, though. Part of me was like, damn. So maybe during the week we'll try to just like get 5 people and do a round robin, because that sounds fucking fun. Or like 6 people and doing a round robin, just like 6 people playing, because it's a lot of opponents. See, I'll play in a round robin. I'll participate in that shit. I get to play each of you one time in a set. That'd be cool. Alright, Fatal Blow now going to be available for Zytro. Dr. Omnipotent needs to be careful. He's not quite within that kill threshold, but a little bit more damage, like a throw and then an uppercut KB is all that Zytro's going to need. Right now, he's going to just let it rip with the Fatal Blow, so this will not be a kill, but it's going to put his opponent into a deadly health range here. That threshold might even be enough for a throw to finish the job. Gotta creep his way in. Teleport still available. He makes his way in for the teleport. Has to block. But now the spacing, it's too far away. Oh my goodness! What the fuck? What kind of play is that? And it worked. The laser just wasn't far enough. The balls on this man. Boom. Crushing blow. gonna keep it going with the damage as well. And now, how the tides have turned. Dr. Omnipotent in trouble. He'll get his first hits of this round here, trying to stabilize. Alright, throw tech. Rock wall is out. Oh, another rock wall though, and the teleport gets behind it. The breakaway will save him, but for how long? Dr. Omnipotent running out of options, and there it is. The Superfly from across the screen catches him. I think though, if Doctor had blocked that, he would have killed. Like that would have been 124 KB into Fatal Blow and potentially the kill there. So a big risk that Zytro took, and Doctor not going to be able to capitalize on it because it ended up paying off for Zytro multiple times too with that Superfly from downtown, just letting it rip, and it works out. We'll see what Doctor's response is. Doctor typically not a Cetrion player. I think Cetrion is a character that he's maybe had his eye on as of late and been interested in taking a bit more seriously, and it's a practice tournament, so a good time to kind of iron things out with some of those characters that you're working up to that level that you're feeling really confident behind. But, you know, I don't necessarily know Dr. Omnipotent as a traditional Cetrion player, so Spawn is what I know him and fear him for much more. We'll see if Spawn is what ends up making a return to the stage for him. He's considering it. He's also got a really solid Fujin. His Rain is fun to fight against as well. He was toying with the idea of a Jade. I would probably like to dissuade him from becoming one of the Jade, the hated Jades. You don't have to join their ranks, but we'll see what he goes with here. And of course, his Geras as well, an option. And that looks like the one that he might be locking in with. Okay, so the chat asking for Geras and Dr. Omnipotent feeding into their demands. He's a crowd pleaser. He's a crowd pleaser, and I like it. So let's go. Geras time. Now, the way that Dr. Omnipotent plays his Geras is doesn't utilize big, heavy combo damage, right? He doesn't have the sand choke, so he's still going to have the command grab available to him. So it's going to be very, you know, deadly when he's up close with the pressure, but he's also going to, because of that sand clone, be willing to kind of back away from you, kind of hang out farther away and see what happens over there. Use the teleport to get in and out when he wants, blow it up for plus frames. He's got some really, really interesting access to damage here as well. And this, we're going to see some of it right off the bat as Zytro tries to go for another Superfly and gets called out. Relief and Fear coming through with the follow as well. Thank you so much. And there it is. The sand clone teleports away. Uh-oh. Zytro taking big risks here, and they are not working. Too far away, but every whiff that he gets of that sand trap honestly ends up being like better for him down the line because of the requirements for the sand trap crushing blow. So doesn't really end up harming him too much. Oh, dude, hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Relief in Fear. That's a fun name. I like that. And there we go. Zytro able to close it out. Those risks ultimately paying off. We saw that Storm Cell end up connecting there. And here's another one. No meter to keep it going. Rolls out of the corner. Here's some damage time. Now, there is a breakaway available, but he's going to keep him on the ground. No launcher at all. And where did the clone? Where did he send it? I don't actually know. Is it out of the corner so he can teleport away? I don't know. Oh, there's a new clone. Scooped up. Let's go. Dude, I'm happy to see some more clans out there, too, doing some stuff. That is... It's good to have a group of people that are, like, playing together, like-minded individuals, because I'm sure you guys, like, share tech with each other. You guys are sharing, like, hey, there's this event going on here. Let's go play in that. Let's go participate here. Let's, you know, lab this stuff. This is my matchup in this event that's going on. I need some help with this particular player. Like, all of that stuff is really, really cool. And when you have a team of people that are all working together to strive to get better, then, you know, a rising tide rises all ships, or whatever that the saying is. So really cool to see that. And Zytro taking another victory here. The brutality, spilling a bunch of Geras guts all over the fight line. Dr. Omnipotent looking strong early on, but unfortunately not able to bring it home. Zytro now has a 2-0 lead. It is up to Dr. Omnipotent to make a big decision here. Does he go all in and go to Spawn, who is what I would say is his premier character, or does he just, it's a practice, I don't need to worry about it, and continue trying to chug along with some of these other off characters that he's been running? Yeah, exactly. Lone wolfing it is not necessarily ideal. You don't even like fully have to like join a team per se. Like, but you want to have a group of people that you play with that will help you out, and a clan just kind of facilitates that even more. And there are other opportunities and things that happen with clans and stuff. You know, I know Mystery NRS has put on like clan battles, and there's been prize pools up for that. But of course, they don't invite any lone wolves or anybody that's got a bunch of friends either. You know, they invite clans specifically and duke it out on those terms. So some cool stuff out there for the MK verse. Alright, so Spawn is now going to be taking to the stage here. Raiden versus Spawn. Now, what we know from Dr. Omnipotent's Spawn is that when you get cornered, very, very dangerous. He's going to be sitting at that optimal range for the chains to touch you, but your silly little arms and legs are not going to go far enough. I think Zytro is going to have forward one. The staff strike might go far enough. He might be able to threaten with that a little bit. I don't actually know. I haven't really played it to theory craft it or whatever, but you know, looking at the range, I think that's going to be the move that has the range. I don't know if it has the speed, because that's kind of the other half of the equation here. But that, you know, that might be his way out. He also has a teleport though too, right? He doesn't need to necessarily go straight to offense and trying to escape the corner. He might be able to get out of there just with his mobility. So we'll see if Dr. Omnipotent can lock down the Thunder God here, because locking down the Thunder God I think is one of the more difficult tasks just because of that mobility. So far, Zytro off to a great start. Short hop connects as well. Has now breached the half health mark, but finds himself cornered now, and this is where Dr. Omnipotent is in his prime. Corner pressure happening. Low chains as well. Ooh, gets the launcher, but ends up dropping the follow-up combo. Primarily, it is for Xbox, just because you know there's so many other things going on for the PlayStation community at large that you know, the Xbox one is kind of the community that like needs it the most, and that's where I come from. I wish that we ended up getting full crossplay because I would love to have stuff for everybody, but it is primarily Xbox stuff. Every now and then when I'm like, you know, playing, streaming myself, I'll be on Xbox Combat League. Did you see that fucking spacing? He put his cape into the electricity, but it doesn't conduct electricity. My cape's not made of metal. That's cloth. It's totally fine. And he ends up catching him into the fucking fatal blow. That was so sick. What a play. And thank you. I've been trying to get my commentary up there. Alright, good duck on it. He will get the punish as well. And the armor break. Zytro getting called out right now. 367 for the damage here. I had to spend a lot of meter to do it, but sometimes it's worth it. That 50% mark is now where Zytro stands. Alright. Ooh, look out behind you. Here's the launch as well. Now there is a breakaway for Dr. Omnipotent, but no need. The unfortunate combo drop from Zytro. A little bit too high in the air. That string has a low in it, so you do need to make sure they've come close enough to the ground for that low to connect. Zytro a little bit hasty there with the combo. Doesn't have a lot of life left to work with, and this should do it. Dr. Omnipotent gonna off with his head and take game number 3. I need to grab a water. BRB. Stay hydrated, folks. I gotta say that fatal blow play was fucking sick. Back one fatal blow, and back one fatal blow. There's no hit confirming that. He just knew. He felt it. He felt it deep down. Nicely done. So Zytro now has the opportunity to switch. We saw his Shang in his first game of the night, and it looks like we're gonna see his Shang make a return here as well.
Island ruins.
What is happening? I have a blanket that I'm trying to cower underneath. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. It's not a big deal. Something fell off the table, but you know what? It was trash. It wasn't treasure. Alright, good throw tech here. Zytro getting bullied back toward the corner, though. Careful, careful. Ooh, down poke. And see, this is where Spawn gets you, but Zytro came prepared. He's got a move that covers that range, and it does kind of the same thing that Spawn's doing, in that Spawn is threatening in such a way where he doesn't put himself at risk, right? He's swinging with the chains. He doesn't care if he touches chains. He wants you to touch his chains. MK11 does the same thing. He's swinging with magic or fucking whatever. So he's out there doing the magic, doing the spell casting, doesn't put himself at risk. And it's going to go far enough to actually challenge and contest that optimal spacing that Spawn wants. Nice, beautiful duck underneath the chain, but Zytro clearly sailing over it. Doesn't have a lot of health left to work with, and Dr. Omnipotent will find the mark. The controller will fall asleep. I'll wake him up, don't worry, between rounds. Wouldn't be a dreaming tournament without my controller dying. Classic. Alright, makes the Ermac lifts. Goes for the tornado. Spawn just backing away, and these shakes have just been slightly mistimed here from Zytro. He's got the right idea, but he's not committing to it, and it's allowing Dr. Omnipotent to sneak a couple extra fireballs in there. Here's a big armor break, though. Drops the combo. A little unfortunate. Dashes up for a throw, though. Careful. Ooh, he was swinging for the KB there. Zytro on the back pedal here. Fatal blow available right now for the sorcerer. Will he get the opportunity? Another shake, but he just doesn't hold it. That time there was no fireballs, but... Okay. Okay. Okay, he goes for it. I like the idea here. Now, this is not going to kill, but if Dr. Omnipotent had broken away, it would have killed on an armor break, and it's still going to do a big chunk of damage where Zytro is going to be threatening lethal here. He will only need a little bit more to do the job, but not going to be able to survive the trade, and that'll do it for game number 4. Our first game 5 of the night here is both of these players pushing it to the limit as we move into our final game. Alright, so, you know, Dr. Omnipotent, we were saying Spawn is the big scary from him, and clearly showing why. So, Spawn now doing some damage. Zytro gonna need to make some decisions here as we move into our final game. Who is he going to make his final stand with, I think, is the big question. Got report from the lower bracket. Looks like Reese is going to be continuing to carry on here tonight with a 3-1 victory. What I want to know is, was it Jackie? I am excited to hear more about Rocket Jackie doing well. I like the idea of Rocket Jackie. Zytro taking some time here to decide what he wants to do. Considering his other Spawn or Shang Tsung options here. And that smoke parry, we didn't see a lot of connection from that smoke parry, partly because he wasn't fully committing to it. I'm curious if he's going to drop it. You see a couple of these variations here don't even have the smoke parry on it, but it looks like we are going to keep the smoke parry. So what I'd like to see is maybe a little bit more commitment to kind of having it sit out there, just because we have seen a couple of times where he just kind of puts it out there for a moment, and then Dr. Omnipotent's just kind of rhythm, the off-tempo pace that he's doing with the fireballs is enough to actually sneak him in there. But if Zytro just holds it down, he'll be able to catch him. But of course, Dr. Omnipotent knows that he knows, right? The mind games have already begun, so we'll see if the shake ends up becoming a big factor here. There it is, point blank even, no fear, just gonna let it rip, and it works out. So Dr. Omnipotent maybe gonna be thinking twice about that. How fast is Shake as well? It's like 8 or 10 frames. It's not as fast as, of course, the classic Shake is, but it's quite quick. I'm curious, of course, if he can use it in between some of the strings where he does it, though. That's the big one for me. Beautiful pickup, though, as Zytro now gets his own zoning started. Catches him with a fireball as well. Those skulls. Behind you is going to be full damage here. No breakaway to stop it either. Alright, letting rip with all those corpses. And stood up into the skull during those chains, and now Zytro on set point here. Dr. Omnipotent had some momentum, but Zytro pumping the brakes on that one to see if he can snatch this one back into his own grasp here. Because it was looking like Dr. Omnipotent had the momentum and the control, but no longer. Uh-oh, that's going to be a big punish. He'll let rip on the KB as well. He just wants the guaranteed damage. You can see the breakaway available for Zytro. Oh, and that time he didn't commit to it. Although I think the smoke parry doesn't work if they're behind you. There's weird rules about that parry. Plus frames, but he's too far away. The backstep. I love the way that cape move works. He like takes a step back and evades while putting that threatening cape out there. Very cool. And now Spawn on set point as well. This one going the distance between these two. Gets away from the Ermac lift, and now he's right back in there for the pressure. Oh, air to air. Low guns. Oh, nope. Okay, catches him with the cape, though, and there's no breakaway to stop it anymore. He will spend the Amplify to keep him in the corner. That move typically will send them out of the corner if you just do it normally. And there, the shimmy. Caught him thinking the throw was coming. Alright, Zytro's turn. Breakaway not quite available yet. He's going to go for the fatal blow here. This is an early usage of it, but it's the final round. You can't take it with you, so he's just looking to maximize the damage here. He is going to break the 50% mark. He's basically only a few combos away from closing this out, but not going to be quite close enough. And that will do it. Dr. Omnipotent finishing the job with a 3-2 victory here over Zytro. Alright, so that means Zytro will go into the lower bracket versus Reese. I think we're going to go ahead and stream the lower bracket matches, though, so you guys don't play that one. We'll still see that one. But we are going to continue onto the other side of the winner bracket, the winner side of the bracket, and that is the Robitussin versus Frostgod, aka YB Design. So we're going to go ahead and get some invites out for them, and we'll have that match in just a moment. Where are the buttons? These are the buttons. Alright. Oh, no. They're trying to fight again. The bloodlust is overtaking them. You guys can fight, just not here. You guys are more than welcome to go fight again, though. Just not here. I wonder why it's not having you guys show up in my recent friends either. That is very irritating. Or recent players. Oh no, don't join the party. Oh my god, it's all gone off the rails. I pushed the wrong button. Dude, I don't know how to fight Spawn either. It's very difficult. When he gets you in the corner with those chains, I like the idea of having the Ermac lift because you threaten from the distance. Because like that's what you have to do is be able to threaten from, or like try to contest and challenge him when he's standing at the range where he is typically safe with those chains, but I don't know. Yeah, you guys have to commentate the match. You guys have to join the party and commentate your own match as well for the stream. No, we're gonna have you on stream, Reese. That match is gonna be on stream. Alright, yeah, so you guys have to get out of my lobby. You guys genuinely... I don't know why you guys are here AFK picking your characters, but... both of you are lingering in the lobby. This is another level. I'm used to one person hanging out. Oh no, you desynced the whole thing? Oh my god. Alright, well... technical difficulties. We gotta start a new lobby, I think. Very irritating. That was weird. I don't know why that happened. Alright. No big deal, though. As long as I don't forget to go AFK. which I do all the time. So I make no promises, even though I'm talking about it right now. I still might forget. As long as I don't forget to go AFK, then we'll be good. So we'll get those invites out here. YBD. Typing. Letters, numbers. Oh, there's no numbers, though. We're good. Bam. Come here, you. Alright, invites are sent. And now the crucial moment, the most important moment of all. I need to remember to go AFK. Happy to report. We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. I made it. My reaction times are pretty quick. So I was able to get in there with like 55 seconds to go. No worries. Oh, and look at that. They've already joined me as well. Eager to fight. Wukong immediately from Robitussin. No more Johnny Cage stuff here. He's gonna go straight to Liu Kang here. No longer testing the waters with somebody a little different. Because Robitussin, when I think of Robitussin, I think of Liu Kang. Absolutely. One of the premier Liu Kang players out there, it seems like, as of late too. He's just still out there grinding and putting in work. I want to say I saw recently, I mean maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure I saw him in the Coliseum or something. Coming through, making it through with some Liu Kang, so I love to see that. Here we go, though. Fire versus ice. Let's go.
All people are equal, Frost.
Is that so, chosen one?
Actions, not titles, define us.
Round one, fight.
What's the play? Low fireball for the start. Glacial calving out there. Gonna prevent some of those fireballs. We got the buff here though. Now there's gonna be no teleporting from Robitussin, I believe. He's just got that for the extra damage and 25% building for that KB as well. Corner pressure now. Good duck on the fireball, but no punish to follow up. Tries to get out. Beautiful anti-air. As I've been talking about how tough it is to anti-air. First try from Robitussin. So Frost is not immune to anti-airs. Dude, exactly. Put our name on the map. They will fear us. We're going to be ready. When crossplay for real comes out, people are going to be... I don't want it to be... And I don't think it is, but people to be like, oh, easy W, I see an Xbox. It's going to be like, oh, shit. Xbox kids are scary, too, because we've been fucking putting the work in. We've been showing ourselves to be truly threats out there. And it's been really cool. It's been really cool to be a part of that journey and seeing the players that have come through the tournaments that we run here go on to play in stuff, even like the Pro Tour, like Crispy Fungus making Pro Tour top 8. That was so cool. Alright, swinging with the low, finds the opening, doesn't end up going for the micro burst. Swings with that low string again, and here's another opening. Those long range ice swords putting in work here for Frost God. Which, speaking of, I put his name as the old name. Whoops. This is the name I think he's going by now. I don't know.
Final round, fight.
Yeah, whoever makes it out of the loser's bracket fights in grand finals. Alright. Cryo bombs away. Robitussin catching him with these low fireballs here. And threatening with the air fireballs. Thing about that air fireball too is it can be quickly converted into a KB with that dragon kick follow-up. So gotta be very careful. Alright. Staggering into the head removal. Shimmying around using those long-range swords. Robitussin though clamming up on the defensive, but finds an opening. Frost God. He does have access to that fatal blow here. The armor is broken? No way. He got him. Oh my god, he got him.
Frost wins.
Holy shit. What a sequence from Frost God. I don't know what you do about that core thing. Look, there were 2 moments where he died. When he got the armor break, I think he could have gone Fatal Blow because the scaling gets reset into the kill. He didn't, whatever. But even without having done that, the situation of the combo ends or you break out of it, whatever it may be, he's still got that core going off. And then when he grabs you and the core pops, you're just dead from that. This is dirty. And you don't get to see it enough. So shout outs to Frost God delivering this here for our viewing pleasure. Very nicely done. Yeah, dude, I've seen that brutal like maybe once before tonight, and I've seen it fucking twice tonight now. And I think I'm gonna maybe even see a little bit more of it. Maybe 3 times tonight. He definitely comboed into it with like a big fancy combo that I clipped earlier though. The only reason I didn't clip that one is because he did a big dumb combo into it the first time. Although that was like an armor break sequence, so that might have been sick too. Oh, you know what? You guys are on the wrong side of my screen too. This is all weird. It's been so long since I've done it. I had the chat on the other side. My eyes. Oh. Gotta adjust. You wait for me to invite you and play on stream. We're doing all the losers bracket matches on stream now too. Alright, sends the body into the drip. The surge leftovers there. Whenever Coca-Cola canceled that drink. Alright, fire. Stances up. Gonna get that extra damage. Calvin lets rip as well. Oh, finds the opening. Bicycle kick comes out. He's going to spend the meter, starting to build that KB. And not a lot of damage now, but it will be a lot of damage later. Guarantee it. Alright. Keeps the Calving out there. Frost God trying to mount a comeback. We've seen him get a huge sequence before. Beautiful flawless block, though. Robitussin aware of what needs to be done in the Frost matchup. I don't think we saw that happening in the first game, but Robitussin now starting to get a little bit more familiarized with the Frost tools and knowing how he can deal with them accordingly. Oh, caught him. That's going to be a KV as well. Mid-screen, so not going to be a lot of damage. Saves his meter as well, so only 28% on that. About 29 though. Ooh, caught him. Frost God now has that Fatal Blow available. Drops it with the acid. Dude, I got hit. I forgot what that was. I didn't know what he did. And that starts combos too. That was... You can do some cool shit with that acid, actually. Ooh, pokes into the micro burst. A little bit too far to make that connect or even be a threat. I'm not sure if that was even on purpose here. Ooh, the game freezes up for a little bit, but we're still good. And that'll do it. Robitussin able to close it out here in game number 2. So answering back cleanly as well, 2-0 in the rounds. Liu Kang on top of this one. It is a restand as well, but I think it's like if you start them as one, it wouldn't or whatever. But if you can find a way to combo into it, it'll do a restand, yeah. But it puts them on their feet for a combo and everything. So it's like a grounded combo starter. I guess the cool thing about it is that in that it's a combo starter is that it doesn't launch them right away, so you can get away with damage before they have access to a breakaway, right? Including just going for like a raw confirm into a Fatal Blow. And they gotta hold all that. I wonder which characters can combo into it though. That'd be a fun thing to lab. Like try to find ways to combo into the acid. Like, I wonder if you could do it with, like, for example, Noob Saibot's back 1 string. You could do a combo into the back 1 string at the right spacing, and then restand them, and then do a fucking, like, Fatal Blow combo at the end of it there with another back 1 string thing. Like, I bet there's some cool stuff. Yeah, the acid where you pull the string and the acid falls from above, because you can combo after it. It starts combos. Pretty sure. I don't think I'm making that up. I've made up some shit before though, so who knows. Alright, jumps out of there. Not going to be quite close enough to hit him on the way down though, so they're going to go back to mid-screen range here. But, you know, both of these characters do fairly well. I think maybe Liu Kang a little bit stronger in these longer ranges because he's got access to that low fireball that's going to kind of duck some of the stuff. But we do see Frost God also making a switch in the variation department to now have those ice augers, which are going to be deadly at the distance before they dissipate. They go away and they're no longer a threat, but where they're available and on the screen, you do need to be careful. They start combos. They've got a KB attached to them. No, the drop from Frost. That was going to be so sick as well. He caught him though. No way, the redemption. What a storyline. What a storyline.
Round 2, fight.
Alright, delay, get up. Good patience though from Robitus, and saw him down there. Was like, you're gonna have to get up eventually, bitch. I'm waiting. Pressure, dragon kicks, but gets out of there. I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but I like that he just escaped from that. Because dragon kick is a high. I'm curious if he like knows that people are going to be blocking low for the low fireball cancel, right? That's how you typically approach that string, is you're just ready for the low fireball, and knowing that they're going to block low, just dragon kick and get yourself out of the corner like that. That is a cool little tool that I had never even thought of before right now, and I don't even know if it's real, but I hope it is. Ooh, catches him! Nice with the jump kick. Gets the dragon kick follow-up as well. Robitussin able to tie it up here. Fatal blows available for both characters here. We have seen some crushing blows come out here from Frost God, but Robitussin still sitting on, I believe, even the bike kick KB. So very deadly tools available as we close out this final round. Frost God catches Robitussin. Ducks underneath that. Wow, she moved too far away, but the throw tech stops it. Ooh, just barely out of range for those ice pokes. You see how far that goes, that down 4. Here's the head bomb. Robitussin wisely hangs on to his defensive meter. And there's that KB coming out. Just explosive damage. And all of a sudden, Frost God now on the back foot. Fatal blow available here, but not a lot of health to make it work with. He just lets it rip! And it made the fireball go away! Why did the fireball go away? The cutscene deleted the fireball! What? I can't believe the cutscene deleted the fireball. Dude, if he wins now, it's because that fireball went away. Alright, never mind. Robitussin claiming game number 3, but barely. I mean, that was so close. These are intense matches between these two. So we're gonna move now into game number 4. Momentum on the side of Robitussin here, though. He's just had 2 in a row. He seems to be a little bit more confident and comfortable here in this Frost matchup. So we'll see what happens as we move now into our 4th game and potential final game if Frost God isn't able to find an answer here. With a name like Frost God, though, I highly suspect we'll continue to see Frost. And I've been loving the Frost play. You know, we saw YB Designs in the last tournament as well, and there was obviously Frost there as well. And, you know, I put Frost on the thumbnail for the YouTube, which, speaking of, there is a YouTube archive of all the events that we've had in the past, so if you want to check any of those out, or if you just want to help out the channel and you want to go drop a sub over there, that would be genuinely really, really helpful. You don't have to watch the content if you've already watched it live, but dropping a sub does help for the metrics and the numbers and the blah, blah, blah. You know how we do. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and that would be very much appreciated. And this one, of course, is going to be up on the archives as well, so you guys can take a look back at what happened in your matches. There's that KB we were talking about, going to be full launcher. Robitussin breaks out of it, though. Doesn't want to see where that combo is going, but no breakaway to stop this one, as Frost God now going to go to town here. Double Ice Auger combos. Microburst, no meter to keep it going, but no need, as he closes it out with the short hop. It's going to be MK11 to start, but I'd love to do Injustice as well. Injustice 2 I think would be really cool to do some stuff for as well, because I really like that game. And there's a very unique community of players that don't play that. Dude, he did that again. That third hit is on purpose. It's whiffing on purpose. Like, he's dropping the combo and catching people with that last hit. as a bit of a little, like a cheeky little reset. It's punishable, so you could blow him up for it, but the thing is you only got to do it one time to get an extra 20%, and then, you know, never do it again, and like they'll never get the chance to punish it. So you sneaking it in there in these tournament sets is the way to do it. Tries for the armor break, but MK11 is a shoddily put together game, and the mechanics aren't fully there, so doesn't get the hit, which arguably he deserved. That sucked. But we know what we're playing. This has been the same fucking bullshit for 2 years now. We know what we're doing. There's no more surprises when your Fatal Blow doesn't connect. It's as anticipated.
Fight.
He gets caught. I know there's also a unique community to MKX. I don't think there's as much of one, but there is definitely a unique community for MKX too. So if we could find funding for prize pools for that, I'd love to show off all of them. I mean, I love all of these games, especially from a spectator standpoint. You know, I don't necessarily think my brain can handle playing them all. MK11 and MKX are too similar that it's tough for me to play them both at a higher level, but I can definitely watch them and enjoy them. Look at this. He's going to catch him. Controller, fucking wake up. Dude, we could do MK9 tournaments now. If we could do, like, have Darth Arma when he does his Injustice events, we just, like, have to kill time because there's no AFK, so every single time I come up, we have to just kill time and yippity-yap between them. While we play on delay netcode and everybody gets the wrong moves. What a fatal blow from Robitussin! Look, you know what? He was looking for it, though. He was 100% looking for that. Like, as he was moving up, he knew he had Fatal Blow. The range on Liu Kang's Fatal Blow is somewhat deceptive. He kind of lunges pretty far on that. And I think that Robitussin was explicitly looking for that kind of moment of, is he going to move? And when he does, if I'm within that kill territory, I'm pushing it. So, very nicely done. Robitussin is going to be making his way to Dr. Omnipotent, who will wait for him in the winners' finals. Let's say hello to our bracket here as we get set for our lower bracket matches. So we're going to go ahead and hop down into the Zytro versus Reese match is what we're going to go ahead and snag as our first one here. And then we'll go to Frost and Clay after that. But this is going to be kind of our follow-up here, and Dr. Omnipotent Robitussin is going to sit comfortably in winners finals as we get, I think we're going to do these two, then we'll go back to them, then this, then this, and this. Or maybe we do, yeah, I think that's the map. I think I like what I just said, and I'm not going to argue with myself. It's very rarely productive. So let's go ahead and get some invites out here for Zytro and Reese. Alright. Invite one away for Goku. And then Zytro is the other one. Oh, fuck. Zytro has a fucking Y in it. Spelling is hard. Bam. Invite away. Come join us on this day. So we got some invites out. We got Reese already in the lobby, ready to go. And Zytro is here as well. Oh no, how did he get a bonus point? What is happening? Alright, never mind. I'm not going to argue with it. We're fine. Let's go. So, starting match. The words that we've been waiting for. It's 2 sets, so the wait is like 20 to 30 minutes at most. 30 minutes if they go to game 5. So you have time to like eat a food, play a Halo game, maybe 2, depending on how quick. If you play any game and it goes to time, though, you're probably only gonna have time for 1 or 2. Yeah, like a free-for-all in Halo, you could probably sneak a couple of those in. And if you're winning them and you're crushing it, you could probably sneak an extra one in there. Man, Pokemon Snap is so fucking good. I love that game. And it was such an interesting, different thing. Like, there was nothing like it. And, like, finding all the secrets. Like, if you throw a rock at Electabuzz, they'll chuck a Voltorb at you and you can take a picture of it or whatever weird shit would happen. Throw the balls in the sand and make the Scyther come out of the grass or whatever. That shit was cool.
Yeah, you're not the first to want a piece of me.
Pokemon Snap. Isn't there a new Pokemon Snap, or did they like release it again? There's some buzz about Pokemon Snap happening again. I mean, if you're busting out an N64 to play a classic game, that is dedication. Get the AV cables and everything. Ooh, the armor break coming through here for Reese. Right now, doing a good job. Low pokes. Man, this Johnny Cage pressure is just so hard to find your opening. He's not really giving up his turn, right? It's a lot of these staggers and pokes at these optimal ranges where, you know, Molina just doesn't have an answer for it. Zytro gonna get hit out of the air on that one. The throw will seal the deal on round one. And Johnny Cage looking real healthy in the meter department as well. You know, just lots of health available to him. 75%. That health bar still intact here. Quick trade from the side toss here across the screen. But now Johnny Cage back to being just kind of up in your face, pushing buttons and not giving you opportunities to respond. Uh-oh, lag spike's coming through. Oh man, lag spike's coming through big time. What is going on? Pretty sure Reese is a wired player as well. They're both wired players. Zytro says he plays on a wire, so I don't know who to blame anymore. Wi-Fi is traditionally the scapegoat. Beautiful anti-air from Reese. Gonna get a clean 19% out of it as he shoves his opponent closer and closer to that corner. But now, fatal blow on the table here from Zytro. A clean combo could be what he needs to get the opening and kill. Ooh, that, you know, in my opinion, I think that after the jump in connected, Zytro thought, okay, that hit, the rest of it's gonna hit. And it just didn't end up working. That, you know, the jump in didn't fully combo into it like he thought it would. It happens to me sometimes with Rain as well. You know, jump in and I think the follow-ups are going to connect and they're just not there. It's a tight window sometimes, or I guess it's tight is maybe the wrong word because it's like easy to get right, but if you get it wrong, it's like a tiny little fraction where when you get it wrong, the follow-up will still kind of almost look like it's going to combo, but then it doesn't. And then if you're too rapid on the buttons, you end up doing something punishable on block. So Reese gonna go ahead and take game one. Zytro busting out a little bit of a interesting character pick for him, though. The first time we've seen the Molina, other than the I guess that one Molina mirror game, but you know, the Shang Tsung and the Raiden as well we've seen. So I'm curious if we'll see the return of either of those characters, or if perhaps Molina is what the desired answer for playing against Johnny. Nope, looks like we're gonna go to Raiden here. I think Molina is one of the characters that honestly maybe could use a buff. She unfortunately just, like, you know, her abilities I think don't end up having a ton of variety to them, and just the character is just missing some stuff. Oh, look at that too. Reese is only using throwing shades, no other abilities, just throwing shades right now. So a self-imposed handicap here with only one ability. And it's an ability that has a very niche use. It's just used for that KB. It's not like it's a new fireball they have to worry about. No, it's a thing that works in one particular instance. Technically two if you count the first hit KB if he goes for it, but I don't think Reese has been doing so. So, you know, it's like it's just for one particular instance that ability is going to come up. Otherwise, this is just basic Johnny Cage. Yeah, Molina does seem like one of the struggle characters. You know, there's a lot of characters people argue about being very strong, and I think Molina is just one of those characters you don't hear anywhere near as many of those arguments. So there's not as much merit to them. Molina struggles. Although everybody's got some dirt. That's what the cool thing about MK11 is, that even the struggle characters are capable of making shit work for them because there's just so much dirt available to them, and they all do typically have like good damage output, etc. Like they've got good tools, they just maybe aren't as good as everybody else's. Here's some big damage. Those sunglasses going to come into play here. The full launch, no breakaway to stop it, but the combo is gonna drop, and that is heartbreaking. Reese making the comeback there. He spent that KB to get it done, but he did not finish the job. So KB is gone. The round is gone as well. He will keep the fatal blow at least for later, but we'll see. Oh, he did it. He went for the YOLO. No punish though from Reese. I like the boldness. Just kind of go for it. It's early in the round and he had breakaway, so he could kind of afford to do that, but ooh, flawless block, but he was behind him. That was sick. Alright. Jumps away. Teleport. Keeps him out of the corner, though. And, man, Zytro has been getting away with those tonight. Just the random electric fly. But it's been catching his opponent. Here's a Storm Cell connecting as well. His opponent may be looking to duck the throw, but the throw never came. And now another Storm Cell launcher. Breakaway available. Reese going to hang on to the defensive meter, but Zytro not taking any chances. He'll take the biggest chance of them all, though, by going for another Storm Cell on block. One more hit'll do it. Let's rip with the fatal blow, but the pushback keeps him alive. Reese in a little bit of trouble here. That string is super punishable, isn't it? He's got him. That's enough. I thought that, what is that? 1-1 up 4 or some nonsense, whatever that string is. I thought that one's a punish. You guys are playing on stream, Frost. You guys are on stream. Alright, here's the throw. Send him toward the corner. Let's go. Ooh, beautiful avoidance on the get-up attack, but Raiden also low to the ground, so he'll avoid the air attack as well on the way down. Kind of a wash on that. Of course, Zytro losing some meter in the process. Here's a big whiff punish. He'll just go straight for the KB. You know, Reese has full defensive meter, so sometimes it's better to just go for the KB guaranteed damage instead of worry about having to launch them and deal with breakaway and all the other nonsense that entails. So Zytro going to cash out on that KB. Fatal blow now available for the Thunder God yet again. Okay, force balls away. Not a lot of health left, but you don't need a lot of health for a win here. One more touch could do it. Again, fishing for the low. Nice throw, though, from Reese. He will find the opening he needs to take game 2.
Johnny Cage wins.
So now we're going to be moving into a potential third and final game here. We'll see what Zytro's choice is on the character select screen for this one, but whatever character he chooses, it will be his final stand. He's not going to be able to make any changes after that fact. So, you know, if it's Shang Tsung, it'll need to be 3 in a row with Shang Tsung, 3 in a row with RoboCop, 3 in a row with Raiden. Whoever it is, it's going to need to be 3 in a row. So we'll see what Zytro's going to lock in with, because he's going to need to be strapping in for a long road ahead of him if he's going to try to make this happen, as a reverse 3-0 is what is called for. Reese put himself in a comfortable position now. He just needs to close it out one more time.
Round 1, fight.
Oh, he went for it! Throwing the shades right at the start. If you get it as the first hit of the match, it will be a KB. So Reese going for some cheeky stuff there. I actually have never seen that happen in a real match. I mean, obviously we know it exists, but I've never seen it happen to, it's never happened to me or in Combat League or whatever, and I've never seen it in any of the tournaments I've ran or watched or King of the Hills I've joined even. That would have been crazy. Still haven't seen it, I guess, though. It won't happen here either. Nice throw from Reese, pushing Zytro toward the corner. A little bit too far for the follow-up throw, but the anti-airs from Reese have been on point here so far. He's been consistently knocking his opponents out of the sky.
Fight.
jumping on Reese has been a bad idea, it would appear. Point blank, but the corpse drop is there. Dude, that's so sick. I like never play Johnny, but that would be something I would go for if I was playing Johnny. Be like, you know what? Every now and then I'm gonna try to huck some sunglasses on somebody because it's Combat League. There's no like expectation of what the other player is gonna do necessarily, so you can be crazy and just throw it out every now and then. All right, full string. Reese in a little bit of trouble here health-wise. Finds the opening, but we've seen what this character can do when that Fatal Blow cancel's available now. Although we're not going to get a chance to see it here as Zytro will wait for it. Hold on. No way. Not like this. Not like this. Oh my goodness. He's still not out of the water. Okay, the wake up attack is going to connect. But geez, man, that got sketchy.
Fight.
Oh, big whiff on the throw attempt. Zytro answering back here. 340 in the damage. 422 to close it out. Big whiff, though, on the KB attempt there. Had that connected, that would have been a huge sequence there for Zytro. Reese, on the other hand, going to look to answer back with some damage of his own. What the fuck was that? What was that? Why did it do that? That was so fucking weird. Oh man, I wonder if that was an accidental interactable. Alright, Zytro gets caught out of the air. Going for the triple force ball combos, not quite quick enough. Here's the attempt though, one more hit and Zytro could do it! Oh, did they both just use their fatal blows? That was wild. I think Zytro got hit out of his fatal blow with down 4 fatal blow cancel. But Reese is going to take it 3-0 in the end as Johnny Cage secures the victory. I love this outro. It's a good one. I wish that they gave the new outros to everybody. Alright, so let's head back over to our bracket. Pop that score in here real quick. Reese versus Zytro as Reese stays alive here in our bracket. And we're going to go ahead and get Frost God back on to take on Clay as our next match. Oh, is that plus? Because the normal... what's it called? The normal nut punch is like +2 or 3. It's like not very plus, right? You don't get much out of it. But if you get that amp to whiff like that, I'm curious how much more frames you get out of it. I mean, it costs you some meter to do, but I think Johnny is one of the characters that isn't maybe super reliant on your offensive meter to some extent, that you can maybe get away with that anyway. I feel like the thing that you see Johnny players spend meter on more than anything is amplified force ball, and that's not even really for combos, right? That's for just, you know, pressure in a lot of instances. It's for combos too. It does combos in the corner even, but you know, it just doesn't seem like the meter is something that is crucial to Johnny's offensive game. Alright, so invites have been sent. Alright. We got Frost God here. And Clay is here as well. Let's go.
Frost. Noob Cybot.
And this game right here is going to narrow it down to our final 4 in terms of remaining competitors here. And looks like Clay going to be busting out Noob Saibot. And I think these two are buddy-buddy in the story mode here, so perhaps the deal is off. No longer friends. Or maybe it's just a little sparring. The orange drip here. I really love the classic costume on Frost too. Even though she's not a classic character, she looks good in it. She really does. And I think Frost is cool. Like, of the 3D Air characters to decide to incorporate, when I first heard the leak that Frost was going to be in the game, my immediate reaction was like, ah, this is a waste. But now that we've seen the game and what we got and what they decided to do with Frost by making her, like, fully cyberized, I think she's fucking awesome. I think that is really, really cool. And, you know, the way that Frost felt initially was like she was just like a... Essentially, to me, she felt like she was a place to put the throwaway Sub-Zero abilities. Like, ah, we just have too many moves with ice, so we gave a whole nother character to put them on. And now they're like almost all of her moves feel like they're kind of like robot-centric, so it doesn't feel like all of these moves that she has are things that Sub-Zero could just do instead. Like, which was I thought the problem that we would get. It's like, that's just something that Sub-Zero could do. But no, this is very, very unique. And here we go. Frost's going to go ahead with the Fatal Blow combo here. Obviously not enough to kill, but it's going to be very, very deadly. Got to watch out for the response Fatal Blow, though. 50 health left here for Clay. He'll go for the YOLO teleport, but Frost God going to be patient in his defense and find the opening he needs to close out round 1. All right, head bombs are down. And he gets the conversion. That is so sick, dude. I don't know how you deal with head bombs, but this is one way. Crushing Blow takes the bomb off the screen, so you don't have to worry about the bomb after you've triggered a cutscene. Catching him with a straight clone. Another straight clone attempt, but the head bomb will be there to open him up. Uh-oh. Oh, too far away. The armor protects him, but going to get thrown right into the corner. And Clay also going to trigger an escape failed. So the next throw is going to be for devastating damage here, as we go to a final round in game 1.
Fight.
All right, anti-air. Oh, caught him. Jumps over it, though. Clay not able to convert into too much damage, but still building up those clone hits now. And if the game ends up going to a round 3, I think when it comes to Noob Saibot, round 3 is where it's much more likely you'll end up maybe seeing that clone KB come out. I personally haven't been counting. Honestly, wouldn't be shocked if we haven't seen enough clones. 10 is a lot, but the longer the game goes, the more likely. Armor. Okay, look out. The head bomb. Delay, get up to stay away from it. Smart stuff from Clay. He'll jump over the anti-air. What the fuck? How you jump over an anti-air? A move intended to hit you out of the air. This is gonna crush. Oh, what? Meaty Fatal Blow? And he'll get sliced to ribbons on that one. So Frost God will take it. Clay a little overzealous with that meaty Fatal Blow. You know, I liked what I was seeing. I will say though, meaty Fatal Blow from Noob is a little sus. I think you gotta, if you're gonna do meaty Fatal Blow, what I'd like to see is short hop meaty Fatal Blow. Go for the short hop, force them to stand because it is a low, and then also get the idea that maybe they'll try to interrupt you or or something like that, and maybe do something like that. But meaty Fatal Blow. Because the thing with that his Fatal Blow is your point blank. It's like it's punishable if you're near them, but you can do it in such a way that you're not near them, right? You don't have to be right next to them for it with the way that it ends up working. So you can do it from downtown, but point blank like that, you're taking a big risk. But if I would have caught, we'd be having a completely different conversation about how crazy that play was. We got Argonath coming through, gifting some subs as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Merry Christmas to you as well. The holiday spirit coming out from Argonath. Argonath gonna be joining me soon here for these tournaments. Gonna be my partner in crime on the mic a bit here. And of course, anybody else that wants to hop in on the mic as well, you know, if you don't want to necessarily compete, if you'd be more interested in doing some commentary with me as well, definitely down to have people help out in all aspects of it. You don't just have to be a player to get involved. Ooh, catches him with that anti-air head bomb, and look out! It's just rolling at you along the ground. The switch to Kano here. Now, Kano does have a move that'll give him armor to go through projectiles, but I believe it's only one hit of armor. And the thing about Frost is her projectiles, there's multiple, so I don't even think the Vegemite is going to be, unfortunately, too effective if he's got it equipped here. But now the head bomb pressure. Oh, and there it is. Gets caught by those ice shurikens, and Frost God able to go ahead and take round 1 of game 2 here.
Round 2, fight.
Alright, firing away. Dude, I love the knives that Claymation's got. They're so purple. And if the overlay didn't give it away, purple is my favorite. Ooh, big uppercut, and again, that's going to delete the head bomb. I like the armor break attempt there from Clay as well, keeping his opponent honest, making sure he holds the damage. And now we're going back into the head bomb stuff, and I don't know how you get out of this, because he keeps throwing him, and if he doesn't throw him, there's the bomb blowing up behind it anyway, right? It's very dangerous. And that is going to be a lot of damage. I'm not sure if it's enough. The skulls and shields may end up being a factor here. Takes him to the roof, but not quite enough to kill him. Claymation still in there, tries to Kano ball through the skies, but he will only find a shuriken waiting there for him. So Frost God going to take game 2. Dude, everything about the head bomb is dirty. The combo, the pressure, all I don't know what to do. I think Clay has the right idea in going for the uppercut because the KB is A, giving him big damage, plus giving him the removal of the head bomb. But the problem is you only get one of those. So you can only kind of pull that emergency eject button one time. And then after that, it's gone. And then you start having to deal with those frost bombs as a more lingering effect. I think you can short hop over them too. I've heard that short hopping helps as well. It might depend on how the timing, but you get away from the throw, and then you might get away from the bomb as well. I'm not 100% that you get away from the bomb actually, but I think you do. I'm pretty sure I've short hopped over a bomb before, but it might have just been like a spacing thing. And if it's directly underneath you, it's got the the height of it'll go better. Alright, throws the Sans Tarkatan at him. Oh, Clay caught him! And there's no breakaway to stop it, but the combo follow-up just not there. Frost God gonna make him pay on this one. Goes for the armor break attempt. Clay saves his meter. And this is going to be big damage. Now Clay has access to a breakaway. He wisely is going to save that meter. I think he kind of realized that this round may be a bit on the lost cause department, and he's going to save that defensive meter for the next round where he's going to be able to put it to a better use. Because had he broken away, he still likely could have lost the round, and now he'd be going into this round with no defensive meter for around those first 20-30 seconds. And this combo right here, he'd have to hold instead. He will hold it anyway, however. We do see Frost God going for a lot of those anti-air armor-breaking head bombs. Or the head launcher. And that is in some part because it is the armor break, and he just wants to make sure that he gets that damage. Even if it isn't maybe as much as he could go for, he's not going to lose it to a breakaway either. Watch out for the head bomb. Good block on the head bomb, but Frost keeping the pressure going. Alright, pokers away. Tries to run away, but those shurikens are there. Can you blow up and get the head bomb? Does Shake work on the head bomb? Questions are being asked. Okay, he's got another cutscene. It's not a crushing blow, but it is a cutscene, so he's going to get away from the head bomb. Going to get some solid damage in the process as well. And then if you can't shake them, can you amplified shake the head bomb? Because if they try to throw you, the shake will obviously beat that. But I'm curious if it'll actually beat the head bomb explosion too. Because shake could be a really interesting use. But I don't know, maybe that'd be too easy. Okay, air-to-air trade connects, but gets caught by the bomb. And now right back into these loops. How do you escape? He's trying to jump up, but he's just, you know, by the time he lands, the bomb is still there waiting for him. He's not jumping at the right time. And I think if you wait too long to jump, then you're going to get anti-aired. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to wait longer, but you can't afford to. And that will do it. 3-0 here for Frost God. We'll turn him into a robot. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head back over to the winner side of things. We've got Dr. Omnipotent and Robitussin waiting in winners finals. So we're going to go ahead and get some invites out to them and hop into that match. One. 2 invites sent. So let's go. So the invites are away. Just waiting for our competitors to join us. Yep. It is time. Oh, looks like our competitors are here as well. Oh wait, hold on. Somebody didn't leave. Clay did not back out. No worries. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you gotta like lab it. You gotta lab what your answers are and see if there's like a special move that you can use that will get you out of there. If you can like amplify shake, for example, because like what he was doing is he was throwing you. And then the bomb would hit you out of the throw. So if you have enough time to, for example, maybe get a shake out when he throws you, you'll freeze him and you'll hit him with the parry. So maybe there are answers that would work with that, but that's definitely one of those things where it's like, if you haven't fought it before, it's not easy to learn on the fly, and it's one of those things you do have to try to find out how to do. No, you can do the only way you can do is the KB uppercut. The KB uppercut was a good answer, but you're right, you only get one of those. So it's like you got to maximize the damage when you do get it, and you got to hope that in escaping that you can also keep that situation from happening again, because you no longer have that eject button to get out of it. The only other thing you had is you had your fatal blow too. That worked once, but again, that is another one of those. I only get one. And I think the idea of having to fatal blow out of stuff that's scary enough as an idea of like, oh yeah, the answer is hit your emergency button and hope that it hits and that they don't block it and kill you for blocking. You know what I mean? Like that's so sketch if that's what one of the ways out is to mash fatal blow. That's a tough situation to be in, where that is one of the things you have to consider doing. So now Dr. Omnipotent looking to lock Robitussin in. Wow, you seem just out of range for the cape. Just trying to find how far it would go. It was actually clipping through him before the hurt box was there. That was kind of weird looking. Because it was definitely touching him. There's no way it wasn't. Alright, good block on the Dragon Kick here. Not quite enough to kill, but he's going to be going straight back into that harassment with that chain. And just sitting at that optimal range, too far away for Liu Kang to swing with his nunchucks, with his hands, with his legs, with any of it. But those chains are right there and waiting. Ooh, gets out of the corner with the interactable, which is a smart choice from Robitussin. Honestly, the primary thing I feel like you need to do against Spawn is stay away from the corner and get out of the corner when you do get cornered, right? Like, step one is try to make sure you don't get cornered in the first place, but when you do, which inevitably and typically is going to happen, you need to prioritize getting out of the corner through some method, through a throw. You know, Liu Kang's command grab has a side switch, interactables are an option. You know, whatever it may be, you need to get away from that corner, because that situation that Dr. Omnipotent can create by cornering you with Spawn is so fucking dangerous, and it's severely defanged when you get out of the corner. Spawn is still deadly, but he's so much more of a problem when he's cornered you. Robitussin running out of health, and the trade not going to be in his favor. Ends up standing up into that Soul Fireball, and Dr. Omnipotent will take game one. Dude, that'd be tight. These two duking it out in some panels. I'd be into it. Spawn's such a badass character. I mean, in some ways, people have been asking for this for a while, and they've been working on putting Spawn in MK for a while, but man, it feels so good to have him in this game. He's really cool. It's such a shame that MK11 isn't getting further updates, because I think that this game is really a solid foundation, but I do genuinely think it still needed some extra love and care, even if they're not going to get the things that I would want, like Breakaway removed. I think Breakaway is really not a fun mechanic, but you know, that's kind of baked into it and probably isn't going to go anywhere. But things that could get changed are like some minor adjustments to some abilities, maybe make some of these some abilities better to kind of give some more variety to the competitive side of things, because what you do run into is seeing a lot of people kind of running the same stuff, or at minimum you run into not seeing a lot of the same stuff. So for example, if you see a Baraka, you're not going to see a flag Baraka, right? If you see a Jackie, you're not going to see a lethal clinch Jackie, and it's because, you know, some of that stuff just isn't good enough to compete with the other stuff. And in a lot of those cases, I'd love to see it just get buffed. Just buff stuff. Don't nerf stuff, just buff stuff. There's maybe a handful of outliers, like Jackie could probably use a change to make it so that it doesn't make upgraded so good, but none of that stuff is happening. We're all theory crafting for no reason, so kind of a pointless endeavor at this point to even worry about. This is the game in its current state, and that's been kind of freeing for me to not worry about, like, oh, I don't like this mechanic and I want it to change, so I'm going to hope that it changes. Like, now that I know it's not going to, I'm going to be fine. Hey, dude, we got a player running clinched. Hell yeah, happy to see. We got Reese. He was playing Rocket Jackie earlier. It's such a rarity, but the thing is, with Jackie at least, clinch is actually good. It's just upgraded is so good. But Jackie's other abilities, it's not that they're bad. They're just not as crazy good as the competition. But like the flag stuff is just bad for Baraka, and a handful of other moves. Spawn's up guns are just bad, and I wish that they weren't. Wow, look at this, down to the wire here, but now he got cornered! Oh my god, you corner him and the fangs are gonna come out. Nicely done, Robitussin just swinging his way out of the corner. And he's safely escaped. The parry beats the chain as well. I didn't even know that. It vacuumed him in. That is a potential answer here for all this corner nonsense. I mean, you can run upgraded clinch anyway, right? You don't need the plasma. That actually sounds like it could be dirty, because then you have the explosive KB opportunities too, plus like a little bit more control in terms of positioning with the clinch and stuff. That'd be cool. Damn, Amp Shake doesn't beat the bombs. That sucks. That is tough. Ooh, trying to parry, but look at this! Dr. Omnipotent knows. Beautiful adaptation from Dr. Omnipotent to not fall for that parry pressure here. Robitussin maybe being a little overzealous, going for an option that he knows works, but you gotta time it and get it properly put in there, right? You gotta pick the right moment. It will do what you want it to do, but you have to do it at the right time. Because sometimes what you want, the thing, it just doesn't even do it. Like, oh, this just doesn't even beat it at all. My Twitter is the same thing. Oh yeah, the bot usually says a bunch of shit, but I turned that stuff off because I'm not doing that. But I guess today it's a little bit more reasonable to view. Ooh, caught him! Robitussin running out of health. Yo, but the fucking YOLO Fatal Blow goes so far, dude. It is deceptive how far his Fatal Blow goes and how far it pushes you back. That thing is crazy. Robitussin, though, once the Fatal Blow was on the table, he was ready, and he will take game 2, answering back. And I think the fact that the parry is there now, we have a bit of a mind game. You know, do you commit to going in for and then get parried, or do you kind of be hesitant in your pressure, which might give Liu Kang the window to get out? The whole Oregon Trail. The distance. Route 66, the Fatal Blow.
Liu Kang. Spawn.
Is the music still playing? I haven't been listening.
Cyber Lin Kuei assembled.
I just don't want there to be awkward, weird silence is all. Okay, I think the music is still in the background. Alright. Sometimes it pauses and I don't know.
Round
Oh, a
one.
prayer must be said to the Green Goddess. Alright, here we go. Game 1 opens him up, or Game 3 I should say. Finds a quick opening with that cape, the range on that. The next tournament is going to be on the 8th. We might do another practice tournament on New Year's as well, depending on like kind of what's going on or whatever. But it is another kind of similar thing where I don't want it to be a serious thing because I know people have plans and I don't want people to feel bad about their plans, pulling them from opportunities or whatever. So that'll just be for the people that don't have plans and want to hang out and have some fun, like myself. Alright, ooh, catches him with a throw, evening up these health bars here. The numbers are blurry, I can't actually tell who has the life lead. I'm pretty sure it's Liu Kang, but I don't know. Definitely Liu Kang now. Oh, what? What? Why did that whiff? It went through him. Can we all agree that it went through him? Or am I just... was there something in what I just lit on fire? It went through him, right? What the fuck? Dude, I gotta get a new controller already. My controller's buttons are failing me. So I think a new controller is... I'm gonna be in the market for one of those soon. Beautiful jump from Dr. Omnipotent Soul Warrior, protecting him from afar. Hold north, not pressure. Life bars even yet again. Big jump in though from Robitussin. He caught him! Didn't catch the armor break though. A throw is gonna even them up again. Gonna be a slight lead here for Dr. Omnipotent, in fact. Oh, grenades everywhere! Look at the pushback on that, too! Now, question. When you do that, do you get the buffed version of it again when your Fatal Blow comes off cooldown, or do you have to do it again? Or are you not allowed to reactivate it again, even? There was tons of pushback on that with the buffed version of it, though. Very interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay. So according to Dr. Omnipotent, the buff lasts 2 fatal recharges.
New Cybot. Spawn.
Alright, Robitussin making a switch in character here, straying away from the traditional Liu Kang pick. And now we're going to be seeing Noob Saibot. Now the thing about Noob Saibot, I think, in this is that Noob Saibot is actually going to have another character that has tools that are going to work at these extended ranges that Spawn likes to kind of bully you at. In particular, that low slide, the back 3, those are going to be tools that will kind of threaten at those ranges as well. So Dr. Omnipotent is not going to be able to as confidently kind of just sit there and put those chains right in your face. The other thing too is the fatal blow threat, I think, is going to now be full screen, right? We were talking about the threat of the fatal blow from Liu Kang and the range of that. I mean, this one it's tracking. There is no avoiding it. It's going to go as far as it needs to. Promise you it'll go far. Spirit Ball zoning, fast, cannot trade with that as well. That's the thing about Spirit Ball. One of the hardest hitting projectiles in the game. So because of that fact, it essentially wins every single trade. And you can't afford to trade with it. You just can't trade with it. So Dr. Omnipotent not trying to do so, but still the life bar slipping away from him as he pushes his opponent here toward the corner. But this is where he wants him. Corner time for Spawn. Fatal Blow is available as well, but he will get caught, and Robitussin answers back. I have, so the most recent controller I bought, I was going to get the warranty for, but then their tracking said that it didn't show up, and then I told them that I agreed with their tracking that it didn't show up, and they gave me my money back. But the controller is here. So I don't have a warranty on it because I didn't pay for it, essentially. But had I paid for it, there would be a warranty, and I'd be cashing it in on that shit because I've gone through too many controllers to not do that like 2-year warranty or whatever that they offer on it. Like, just too many buttons dying on me. I'm too aggressive with my D-pad. Alright, here into the pressure. Robitussin had the first round. Beautiful jump over on the low slide. The breakaway is going to come out from Robitussin, though, and they'll still lose the round. So that's going to be unfortunate as we move into the final round here, as he'll have no defensive meter to work with. But he at least gets some space away from the corner here. Absorbs it, but doesn't go for the follow-up. Beautiful anti-air. Dude, down 4 is such a crazy anti-air. More Spirit Balls coming through. Gotta be careful. Dr. Omnipotent just outside of Fatal Blow range here. Big jump in, but the anti-air from the down 4, it's so good. And there it is. The Spirit Ball will connect. Look at that. Look at the name of his variation. It's loses to Spawn 7-3. If this is not an explicit counter pick, I don't know what is. This is 4 dealing explicitly with Spawn, it would seem. Alright, so here we go. Final game. Dr. Omnipotent has an opportunity to switch it up. We'll see if he does so. Is he going to be continuing the Spawn rampage, or perhaps it's time for Gears to come out? Looks like we're going to go right back to Spawn, though. So, going to try to tough it out here with his own brand of lockdown pressure in the corner here. Just send him straight to the corner and chains for days, but Robitussin has successfully been able to keep him at bay. I think that's been the key. It really hasn't been that Robitussin has tools that can kind of challenge the range where Dr. Omnipotent wants to be at. That is part of it. He does have those, but I think the biggest thing that's been happening is Robitussin's been able to successfully keep him out of that range. Low slide, Spirit Ball, both of those are tools that actually challenge beyond Spawn's comfortable range, and if you can keep on pestering him from outside of that, then you can kind of prevent him from even getting into those situations. And it looks like Dr. Omnipotent actually second-guessing the Spawn pick Gearus here being presented to us instead. So it's going to be Gearus now.
Wuxi Dragon Brother.
So we'll see how the Time Titan fares here. I think if you block a slide or a clone from almost anywhere, you'll be able to get a quicksand punish. So you're going to need to be careful with some of those zoning tools here.
Round 1. Fight.
Spirit Ball's away. Now, Spirit Ball is a move that you can be comfortable with trading with Quicksand, because Quicksand will get him out of the way. In fact, it won't actually trade. I guess if it does hit and do a trade properly, you don't want that, but because of the way that Quicksand works, you'll actually avoid the Spirit Ball, so it's a way to kind of challenge some of that. Beautiful teleport in there, and Dr. Omnipotent was trying to push a button, it looks like, got counter hit, not punished, so got caught pressing something. And here's the clone setups. Oh no! Breakaway saves his life big time on that one. Alright, just backing away. Sand clone behind you. He's eventually going to teleport away to it if you get too close to him too. That's the thing. Like, Gearus is a character that is going to be able to kind of keep you where he wants you. And here, Noob cannot move forward. He's in those shifting sands, and he's going to struggle to get out of him. There's a beautiful punish, though. Goes for the armor break attempt. Robitussin doesn't get the call out, though. Dr. Omnipotent hanging on to his meter. Speaking of meter, though, immediately spent by Robitussin to break out, and he's going to get a big combo on that punish. Oh no, is he dead? He's dead. He doesn't even need the fatal blow, he's just dead. Wait, maybe not. Oh my god. Okay. The jump kick for the chip out there. That was so sketch. Holy shit, both players on life support at the end. Set point here now, available for Dr. Omnipotent. And look at that, I think you can maybe, can you dash out of it? What I would think is you'd have to dash out of it, but if you have to dash out of it, you're going to get caught by a quicksand. If you have to actually, like, travel along the ground. Because you can't jump at the edge of it, dude. He's just hilariously just stuck. If you can't even dash out of it, though, I don't know what to do. Maybe forward two. Because, like, Rambo can slide out of it, and Sub-Zero can't. But Rambo can slide out of it, and, like, Rain can do forward three. Like, if you have normals that move you, there's a handful of, like, ways to make it happen, but here's some damage. Doesn't use the interactable. Still has it behind him, though. Big throw from Dr. Omnipotent. Fatal blow available as well. Could do with a little bit of mix-up into it. One more hit now will do it with that fatal blow ready. You can't afford to trade with the quicksand and stuff. Or I guess he actually can. He can throw spirit balls. Trying to run the time here, perhaps. That's a punish! Uh-oh! No KB, though, because they were getting blocked. But now the time is not longer aside. He doesn't have the life lead. He catches him! No way. I can't believe he caught him.
Final round. Fight.
Final round. A beautiful down one anti-air. Uh-oh, that was a big risk. Gonna get punished. Sand clone set up, just gets scooped up. The clone's still gonna be watching guard over. Will he pop it? Nope, sends up a new one. He caught him? Alright. Jumping forward. Shifting sands not there to stop him. He can freely move in. He's just outside of the shifting sands here as well, so free to continue to move in. But the quicksand finally catches him. Fatal blow available for Dr. Omnipotent as well. One hit is all he needs. Dude, all he needs is a confirm into a fatal blow and it's over. Dr. Omnipotent cannot afford to really run the clock, and there it is. The low slide tags him as he's moving in, and I gotta say he probably was moving in for a fatal blow kill combo there, but just wasn't able to find his mark. The low slide will do it instead, and Robitussin takes the victory 3-2. Ooh, he was going for a command grab? Okay. So that wouldn't have killed unless it was KB there. So that wasn't lethal. Or maybe it was the KB. I wasn't looking at that. We'll never know, I guess. Alright. So that means Robitussin moves on to Grand Finals, and we're going to hop back over to the lower bracket for Frost versus Reese, and then the winner of that plays Dr. Omnipotent, and the winner of that plays Robitussin for the crown of tonight's tournament. So let's go ahead and get Frost and Reese in for our next match. Man, this is so annoying that they're not showing up in my recent players, because they're usually in there. That's like been the classic way of dealing with this, and today I've got to type everybody's name out the long way. Dude, they nerfed Shiva way too hard. Shiva Stomp needed to get nerfed. I do not disagree with having nerfed Stomp. Stomp was wild and was causing problems, but it was like they were mad at Shiva for making the game look bad in that one Twitter clip. So they like nerfed her into the dirt, and now she's fucking awful. Seemed heavy-handed when they nerfed her. Yeah, exactly. They wanted her to just never be played again. Make it useless. Robitussin, you can stay, but you gotta go AFK if you want to stay. Yeah, the health nerf in particular, because the health nerf is significant. I mean, you look at the health buffs, they've been significant as well. So extra health is really important, losing health is very important as well. And that just seemed unnecessary. And for a character like Shiva, why would that character have less health? Like, the characters that have more health seem to have more health. Like, they gave Kotal Khan more health just because he's a big beefcake. Like, there's... Not because the character fucking needed more health. It was just like, well, he's kind of big. Maybe it makes more sense for it to take longer to kill him. Or whatever. It took Cassie's health away because she's small. And then Shiva is like, what? She belongs in the beefcake department. What are we doing? She's bulky. I did not agree. I did not agree with the health buff. The health decrease was so... Or the health nerf. The health decrease was so weird. I did not understand. And that seemed just like another way of just being like, oh, by the way, fuck you, Shiva. Like, all 4 arms, middle fingers up on him. Just for you, Shiva. Dude, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming through, Lemons Nation. Glad you're having fun. Happy to put together some stuff here for the Xbox folks, because we do have some good players on that console. I know the majority of the love is over on the PlayStation side, rightfully so, but it's cool to shine a spotlight over here for the Xbox players too, because they're out here putting some work in. Absolutely. Looks like we got our players in the lobby too. Let's go. Dude, absolutely. I'm looking for, like, Injustice 2 is such a fun game, too, and the players that have been sticking with it for so long, because there is a big enough gap between MK and Injustice that it does have its own kind of separate populations to some extent. And, man, those players have been putting in work. Really, really, like, continuing to amplify and, like, you know, like, coming back to the game myself, playing it, the number of times that I get fucking destroyed by a Swamp King, and I remember, like, 2 years ago, that character was a joke, and when you saw it on the other screen, it was free wins, and now it's like all the Swamp Kings that you run into know what they're doing and just kick the shit out of you. It's a wild place out there with all those Necros. Let's go.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, game 1, Scorpion versus Frost. Gonna open things up with a quick combo at the start. 26%. Lag spike. Uh-oh. Can't be trusted. Welcome to online. Microburst connects. Got that cryo overload as well, or the core overload. So that's gonna lead to a throw into a combo here in just a moment. Yeah, I want to do stuff for Injustice 2 and MK11. MKX as well, if we can get the support for it, but these are the 2 ones that I want to definitely primarily focus on because they're so fun and they're such good games. I think they're really, really well done. Here's the launcher. Is this enough to kill? He's got the KB. Doesn't opt for the KB, just going for the restand into that essentially almost unblockable overhead. Beautiful play from Reese, though. Gonna go ahead and snag round 1. Uh-oh, that's big on the KB. No breakaway from Frost God either. Gonna have to hold all this damage. Although it looks like Reese wasn't really going for heavy damage output, just keeping the pressure going on the follow-ups. Alright, ducks underneath. Gets opened up. You think so, Bubs? Alright. Frost trying to mount a comeback, but the teleport from Reese. Throwing almost anything at Scorpion is a risky thing to do because just that teleport is so fast and he can immediately be behind you. Even if he's not doing it to like let it rip like he did there, just as a teleport cancel to get in essentially whenever he wants. Makes him a threat at all times. So Reese securing game 1 cleanly as well. We'll see what Frost God's answer is here for this Shirai Ryu Menace.
Frost. Scorpion.
Give all healing characters 1050 health, Dr. Omnipotent. All of them. Rambo gets 1050 health too when you have the bug equipped. If you can heal, more health. Yes, correct, Dr. Omnipotent. You fight winner. Man, this has been Command and Conquer songs non-stop tonight. I'm going to skip this one just because I want to get a little different. But I mean, I love Command and Conquer, just so much of it.
Fight.
Alright, nice opening here for Frost God. Microburst to close the combos out as well. Short hops, good defense on that. He's going to get the punish as well. Reese answers back, 25%. He's got a long road ahead of him, though. The overhead will connect. Late breakaway there. Uh-oh. Just walking in, spitting death. Alright, cryo bombs are out. Beautiful jump over that throw here. Reese in a bit of trouble in the short hop, just enough to close it out. So Frost God gonna go ahead and answer back here in game 2. Alright. Nicely done. Here's the opening. This is gonna be some damage as well. He doesn't quite have that breakaway back yet. Breakaway is gonna be available here, but a little late in the combo. Go for it. And of course, speaking of the YouTube videos, this is going to be up on YouTube as well. So for anybody that's maybe showing up late and wants to catch the recap, it's all going to be trimmed and put up on YouTube. You know, I played at the beginning of the stream some Combat League sets. We're going to, of course, cut that out and just get this juicy high-level action of these guys. Although I will say, those Combat League sets I had was some of my best gameplay yet. I was cooking. It was feeling good. Rain is fun. But definitely check out the YouTube and get subbed over there if you guys want to be able to catch up on all the previous matches as well. All of the other events have been archived up there. And pushing the button helps out. It's free to do. Quick sub on the YouTubes is really genuinely helpful.
Frost.
Alright, so Frost has a game of her own now, answering back. Reese going to the character select screen and thinking about a switch here. Going to be straying away from what brought him his first victory, perhaps. Although, so far, it seems like Reese has been on a new character almost every single chance he gets, willing to kind of switch it up and change the characters. So, no shocker here that he's going back and kind of browsing around to see what else he can maybe take advantage of here. And in some ways, I think it makes him difficult to lock down as an opponent, right? It's hard to prep for somebody who plays everybody. It's hard to, even within the game, get comfortable playing against some, say, their Sub-Zero and defending against that one. You get one game and then it's gone. Now it's something else that you have to fight. So we'll see how Frost God fares against Sonya now that Scorpion has exited the building. Alright, let's go. Hopping in now to game number 1, or game number 3 I should say, but game number 1 of Sonya on the screen here from Reese. I think we saw Sonya early on in Reese's like first game, but it was just a quick flash. It was in the button check game, now I remember, and we didn't even know if it was a real game. But it counted. Shots fired with the energy rings. Ooh, the acid caught him! Wasn't quite close enough to follow up, but you can combo after that acid as well. Alright, point blank. Those Glacier Calvings in people's faces. It doesn't seem like a good idea, but it just happens so frequently that there must be something about it that just makes it the go-to approach, because it's not even just this Frost that I'm seeing right now do it. I see it happen all the time, and here's an armor break. This is huge for Reese, snatching this round. It was starting to go off the rails here, but Reese able to get the armor break, gets the round as well, gets himself out of the corner. Just a bunch of positives here for Sonya Blade. We'll see what Frost God's response is, though. Sonya moves right back in. Shots being fired. Okay, big jump in. Ooh, flawless block on the gap. Nicely done. Okay, here's the opening for Frost God. Ooh, looking for perhaps a crushing blow on that. If you get him right at the tip with one of those glacier or those ice augers, it will end up being a crushing blow. I don't know if you can combo into it. He might have been a little late for the combo, but perhaps he was just trying to catch a jump in, trying to escape it or something. Either way, though, Frost God does still have the life lead here. Just out of range for those ice swords. Got to be careful. Big jump in from Reese. No breakaway to stop this damage. The combo will fall naturally, though. Unfortunate drop there for Reese. That could have been the kill, perhaps. He had the meter for an ass-kicking amplify. TM13 comes out. Not quite quick enough. And the punish from the energy rings will be it as Reese takes game 3.
Sonya wins.
All right. So if we look at what's coming up, the winner of this match fights Dr. Omnipotent. According to our brackets, however, Dr. Omnipotent has not fought either of these players before. Both of these players came from the other side of the bracket, so it's going to be a new matchup for him no matter what. So some really, really exciting matchups. You know, it's always interesting when you get a run back, but then again, sometimes interesting when you don't. Now, of course, if they survive and get through Robitussin, there will be runbacks happening there, as Robitussin has defeated both Frost God and Reese. So, very interesting set of circumstances here available. Storylines developing just in this little practice bracket. Will there be a chance for redemption?
Shang Tsung's island rules.
Frost God, Core Overload. So we saw the head bombs earlier from Frost God. Have not seen them here against Reese. We saw them against Clay. I believe we saw them against Sherm as well. Not 100% sure, but maybe it was Robitussin that we saw them. But we definitely saw them earlier. But we're not seeing them here in this matchup against Reese, it would appear. Because I think those Frost Bombs are just fucking crazy. They are honestly crazy. I think they're really, really good. I don't know how to deal with them, but it might be like a character-specific thing where, you know, some characters might just have better tools or moves that kind of move them away quickly that can get out of it. You know, for example, like if you, just as an idea, I don't even know if it works, but like Sonya's leg grab. If you do that on reversal and you amplify it, how she rolls to the other side of them, maybe that gets away from head bomb every single time, so he's not even taking the risk. Oh, here we go. This could be big. Fatal Blow is available. Gonna go for the Core Overload. Now, I don't think he'll use the Fatal Blow right here, but we've seen what this Core Overload ends up doing because the pokes into it, or the pokes into the burst or whatever, you're afraid of the Core Overload going off, the throw into it, and he's able to secure the round here. Nicely done. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Frostgod. I really just want to emphasize that regardless of the results here, this play from Frostgod has been really exciting because the head bomb, we don't see enough of it, and we definitely don't see enough of this Core Overload, but he's making great use of it, and it's been really, really pesky, it seems. He's been getting all these cheeky little resets, cool brutalities on people, like everything you can ask for has been happening here from Frost tonight. Last thing on the list, honestly, is just a whole tournament victory, right? Like, that's the only thing that hasn't happened, is having won the tournament. But everything else, all the good shit, all the cool combos, all the setups going your way. Ooh, caught him again. Core Overload about to pop. There it is! Caught him! Dude, that shit is so sick! Ice throw tech. Opens him up with the launcher. Oh, and he just let it rip. Beautiful play from Reese. Hit confirming into it, too. He saw the low, it connected, and he was like, all right, we got to let rip with this Fatal Blow. This should be enough for the kill as well. I might be miscalculating, though. The Abacus was wrong. Frostgod has a last chance. Empty short hop into the low. Beautiful defense from Reese, though. He'll stay alive and push us to a final round. Now, Reese's back is to the wall. Fatal Blow still available for Frostgod. So Reese definitely not out of it yet, but he does, of course, see the light at the end of the tunnel. Set point available to him. Just one more round is all Reese needs. But Frostgod has proven to be quite the formidable opponent here. Alright. Cryo charges up. Gotta be careful now. Reese maybe gonna look to keep her away. Don't even want to deal with it popping. That's gonna get rid of it! Crushing blow, cinematics, reset pretty much anything that kind of hangs out on the screen, including any sort of buffs that the player may have. And that Core Overload is a buff. Big jump in, gets over the onion ring, goes for the armor break. Reese wisely hangs on to the defensive meter. Wasn't in the danger zone just yet. He'll get the punish as well, or the counter hit on the Glacier Calving. TM13 is blocked, punished as well. What a dash up. He got in quick to go ahead and punish that ice beam, and was able to successfully do so to secure the victory. 3-1 here over Frostgod. So Frost is going to exit the tournament, but damn, what a showing. Really, really cool stuff from Frostgod. That was really fun to watch.
Sonya wins.
Alright, so let's go ahead and pop the score in for that one. Reese takes it 3-1 over Frostgod, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our loser's final match then of Dr. Omnipotent versus Reese. Let's go. So Reese, you can stay in the lobby if you'd like. Just waiting on Dr. Omnipotent to join us here for our losers finals. We only got 3 players remaining. The winner here is going to get the chance to face off against Robitussin in our grand finals here. Robitussin has been putting on quite the show here tonight. I will say, though, Dr. Omnipotent really pushed him to the edge in that 3-2 set, so the run back of that could be exciting. Reese and Robitussin fought early on. It was a 3-0, but part of that could be because it was Reese's maybe first game of the evening, first tournament set of the evening for sure, and now Reese has had some time to warm up and get all of those cylinders firing. So we could end up seeing a very different result if we get the Reese versus Robitussin run back as well. So exciting options very available to us here for our grand finals, pending the results of this losers finals match between Dr. Omnipotent and Reese. We'll see what happens once Dr. Omnipotent enters. I'm sure he's got to Finish capping a couple more domes in Halo before he joins us, finishing it up. Using their invite, I will oblige. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna spell the name right. You can't invite him if you get the name wrong. I will invite someone else. What was that song? Oh, it's still not done. Alright. Alright, it's Dr. Omnipotent on his way, according to the chat. He'll be joining us shortly here. And I'm kind of curious about what character Reese is going to play here as well. He's been putting on such a great show with a whole litany of characters. Like, we've seen his Johnny Cage, we've seen now his Sonya, we've seen a little bit of his Jackie. We've seen a really, really interesting list of characters from him. So I'm curious who he's going to decide to opt for against Dr. Omnipotent. I think at bare minimum, he's going to need to keep in mind that Spawn is likely going to come out as the final boss of this, maybe. But I'm not 100% sure that he's going to be opening up with that, but we will likely see, I think, Spawn from Dr. Omnipotent if things get pushed to that point. We'll see what Reese goes with out of the gate. Reese going for, it looks like, Gearus here. Oh, wait, how did I get the names on the wrong side? Somebody must have gone AFK. Hold on, I'll fix it. Because it had me confused immediately. Is that Sonic charging? Didn't that sound like Sonic charging? Tell me this music doesn't sound like Sonic charging. Isn't that Sonic charging?
Colosseum Beast Pen.
I don't know what the song is. It doesn't look like it has anything to do with Sonic. But it sounds like Sonic. So we got Spawn right out of the gate. And Spawn versus Gearus here. Reese is going to be opting for the Time Titan yet again. I think we saw his Gearus in that first match versus Robitussin. And we'll see it again here versus Dr. Omnipotent in our Losers Finals. Letting the intros rock as we go into our first game here underneath the Coliseum. With all the various creatures. These animals are so cool. I wish they were maybe a little bit more humanoid so we could turn one into a character, though. They're all like zerglings and weird birds. Keeps the pressure going. Good patience here from Reese. But right now, Dr. Omnipotent has barely been touched. It's going to be the first big opening for Reese. It's going to get him out of the corner as well, though, which I think is key. And he's going to be able to go ahead and kind of get himself out of the corner from Gearus, because Gearus is, or because Spawn is so terrifying in the corner with those chains. I think Gearus has somewhat of an answer in his down 4 because of how far his down 4 goes, and it is another move that disjoints, doesn't really put himself at risk, but I'm not 100% sure that it actually does go far enough to contest where the chains are at. The chains are just so good. It will duck underneath that first chain too, though. That first chain is a high. There we go. Makes his way in. Overhead is blocked. Goes for the double, or the overhead into the low there. Instead of the overhead, or the cape overhead. It's not an overhead. I made that up. Don't listen to me. I'm making shit up on the fly. Nicely done. Scoops him up with the command grab to take him to the corner. That is nonetheless a mix, though. That cape move where he swings his cape, it typically ends in a launching overhead, and that chain on the ground is a low. So he's trying to mix him up with that. An excellent defense from Reese to be able to quickly respond and make sure he blocks that the right way. Look at that. The shifting sands pulling him away from him when he's going into the stance. Boom with the plus frame. I love this music. Arctic music makes some fucking great tunes. I think this is like Quake Champions music. It's so fucking good. Oh, missed him with the command grab. Gotta be careful with that. The recovery on a lot of the command grabs is quite lengthy, so very easy to get whiff punished if you end up whiffing one like that. Didn't happen here, but... And here's the big KB coming out from Reese. Very close to securing this first game. Not quite enough damage on that. The anti-air will do it. Oh no, hold on. Spoke almost too soon, but the chip out from Reese is going to be enough to finish him off. He broke away from the combo, but then he kind of just had to hold the follow-up pressure and no life to do so. So Gearus and Reese are going to take game 1. Very nicely done. We'll see what Dr. Omnipotent's response is as we move into game 2. Will we see a switch? I don't think so, but maybe. Perhaps he likes the Fujin versus Gearus matchup more, or one of the other characters in the Dr. Omnipotent arsenal. Maybe he wants to go for the Gearus mirror. Looks like they are playing similar builds. I see Shifting Sands for sure from both, and it looks like Quicksand.
Ears.
I don't know if Reese has the clone. I think that's maybe the decision maker on that. Alright, back to spawn here. Oh, what is that? Oh, I was like, what is this build? I see up guns. Why does he have that? But it's from Hell. It's the default variation that has the guns on it. The guns are so cool, but they're just... You lose access to your normal fireball, and that's too good to lose. So that's why you don't see anybody using them. That's why I stopped using them. I was immediately excited for spawn and playing like a zoning spawn. And then... little lackluster in actual practice. I don't know, maybe it could work if I was a better player too, right? That's the kind of thing that maybe you gotta be willing to commit a little bit more to. But I think the problem with up guns taking away his regular fireball is the thing with up guns is you want people to jump into them, but when you don't have your normal fireball, you lose the ability to get them to jump. It's very hard to incentivize them to jump when you don't have a fireball for them to jump over. Alright, game number 2. Spawn ready to do business.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, Shifting Sands. But look at that, Dr. Omnipotent just gonna weather the storm. Oh, it looks like he does have the Sand clone too, actually. I think I just saw a clone pop. So he is running the build that I see Dr. Omnipotent play as well, I think. Uppercut, uppercut. Here we go, body splash into the corner, scoops him up. Dude, I love the animation for Gearus' command grab. It's so cool. Oh, and the judo chop was loaded. I didn't even see him whiff 3 of them, because that's how you build it. You have to whiff 3 of those. And you're just sneaking him in there. I mean, it does look like the animation for a couple of his other moves too, like when he does Shifting Sands. It kind of looks the same. It's not the same exact, but it looks similar. Oh, the guns held it down a little bit. Actually caught him with the charge or the delay. Oh, beautiful throw tech. That was key. He caught him again? Oh, but the Quicksand is there finally. No defensive meter to stop that, but Dr. Omnipotent trying to put up a defensive effort there. Just ran out of resources to do it with. Okay. Running away, using the clone to teleport out. Does it again. Catches him this time with the Quicksand, though. That's the thing. Gearus does such a good job of running away that you can sometimes get a little over-aggressive trying to chase him, and he can keep you in check with Quicksand as well. So you have to be careful in your efforts to hunt him down because he's got good tools for, you know, checking you for that as well. Very, very interesting character. Okay, here we go. Big KB just gonna use the raw string on that one. 29%. Uncontestable damage here. Although Dr. Omnipotent doesn't have any defensive meter to stop it anyway. Working on the pressure in the corner. Beautiful flawless block on the Amplify there. Reese coming with the matchup knowledge as well. Oh, the crushing blow connects. And that's going to do it. Geras will take game 2. Nicely done by Reese.
Geras wins.
What are you doing, Bubs? Bubs is very weird. The Bubs is my cat, for anybody curious. And he's currently... I have a blanket that I'm using, and he's gone under the blanket into like the little fort of the blanket dangling over my legs. But I can feel him sniffing my legs, and it's just like his little whiskers tickling my leg. And he won't stop. Why do you keep doing it? I smell the same as I always do. Alright. Game number 3.
Spawn.
Considering the options here, looks like it's going to be Spawn yet again. Going to make the final stand here, all the way with Spawn.
Special Forces Desert Command.
I think he's in there because it's a little fort. The Bubs is extremely excited for a good blanket fort. If I like prop the pillows up and get the blanket right, he's in there in a flash. He loves a good Bubs cave. Alright. Shifting sands. But look at that, he's able to dash. So you can dash out of the sands. I wonder if he's neutral or like neutral jumping like that because it avoids getting sucked back in by the recovery of the dash, or because once he stops moving, like when he was in the fireball there, he ended up actually getting sucked back in and kind of lost the ground that he had started to make. Not really sure how shifting sands works. It's a very interesting move. I love the idea of messing with your opponent's movement. That's so cool. And there's some really funny interactions with it too. Beautiful pickup there from Dr. Omnipotent off the lethal stance. There is a launcher there in the corner with that move. Ooh, boot just not quite close enough.
Get away.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, backs away, catches him out of the air. So far, Reese has been doing a really good job of not getting armor broken, though. I think that's one of the key things. You know, Dr. Omnipotent is relentlessly sending out that War Club swing, and Reese has done a good job of not taking the bait and trying to break out of damage, which means also Dr. Omnipotent is kind of cutting his damage a little short. He's not getting big damage out of that. The fucking shifting sands, I think, saved him from a potential combo. Looks like Dr. Omnipotent knew it was going to happen, though, so adjusted accordingly. That is one of the things here, is Dr. Omnipotent also plays shifting sands himself, so he's not going to be really taken too off guard by some of the interactions with it. And he might even be prepared for them, and like know what he needs to do, and like the adjustments he needs to make on the fly to his damage routes to make sure shifting sands doesn't mess him up. That's going to be the brutality here, though, for Dr. Omnipotent. Excellent pressure here in Game 3. He did a really good job of controlling the pace of that match for pretty much the whole time. So really well done with the adaptation here from Dr. Omnipotent. Of course, Reese has the opportunity to switch characters, so we'll see what happens as we move now into game number 4 of our Losers Finals.
Geras. Spawn.
going to be throwing down on the tournament stage. It looks like it is going to continue to be Gears here from Reese. So no switches in characters. Like the Survivor game mode? Dude, we got people that are down to play that. It has an interesting different meta to it. Or do you mean like the WWE Survivor Series? I don't know why, but my brain, when I hear the term Survivor Series, even though I don't really watch wrestling, I just think of that. That is a wrestling thing, right? Am I making that up? I don't know. I don't watch enough wrestling to know if that's real or not. I think that's a thing. Oh, caught him with the quicksand. It's going to get him out of the corner as well. Okay, yeah, it's a pay-per-view. That's what I thought. Boom. Big punch here in the corner. Life bar's about even. Dr. Omnipotent slightly behind, although he did just take the lead off of that one. So now the life lead going to switch over to Spawn. Reese doing a good job of running away from the corner, though. We've seen how devastating Spawn is in the corner, and Reese has done a good job of backdashing and just getting them out of the corner where the pressure isn't quite as potent. Still problematic. Spawn is pretty much anywhere, but he's much more of a big deal when he corners you. In my opinion, at least. Alright, that's going to do it. Oh, okay, this is perhaps a bit excessive, but it's going to guarantee the kill with no chance for a combo drop or any kind of breakaway or any shenanigans at all. So Dr. Omnipotent guaranteeing himself the victory on that one. I think, you know, the Letha stance amplify maybe was enough damage, but that maybe is enough hesitation in this kind of environment to be like, no, it's a tournament, I want to win, and maybe isn't enough. If I don't have the numbers written down, which I have the numbers written down for the characters I play, actually. Like, for, like, Rambo, I have, like, kill thresholds written down, which I think is a smart thing to do, to know if your opponent is at the X health, I can kill him with this route, and I don't have to worry about whatever. Like, I think that's an important thing to know, where your kill thresholds are at. Alright, now back to that corner pressure. Reese makes his way out, though. The big fist. Stand clone is going to be there for the teleport. He's going to be far enough away to avoid the chains as well. And now right back to backdashing away. Does not want to get too close to that corner. That corner is so terrifying. That's going to be big, though. Reese is going to collapse that rib cage. Look out. Reese backs away. Dr. Omnipotent does still have the life lead here, though. He doesn't need to get overly aggressive. He's already spent his fatal blow as well, and Reese has a fatal blow on deck, and now any kind of hit into it could be the end of the round. Beautiful jump on the tick throw attempt. Alright, Sand Clone's out. Loopy teleport away. Trying to chase him down. Not enough time left on the clock, though. Look at the time. And that's going to do it. Dr. Omnipotent able to hang in there and bring us to a Game 5. The clock working against Gears in a rare turn of events. So that is going to bring us to our final game here between these two. Game number 5, Reese has the opportunity for a character switch. What will we see from him? Will we continue to see Gears? Is Johnny Cage going to come back? His Sonya was looking gnarly before. Jackie Briggs. A new one. It's game 5. Last chance here. I'm not really sure. You know, I don't play enough Gears or see enough Gears anymore to know what, like, a genuine tough matchup is for Gears. I've heard Jade can be a little stressful because she can air Razorang and glow away from a lot of stuff, but not actually sure what is a straight up really tough matchup for. Well, I guess it's not for Gears. I'm trying to worry about for Spawn actually. This is what I was thinking about for Gears, but that's not. Reese is the Gears player, so he's going to be switching over here now to Scorpion. So this is another character that can get away from the corner somewhat effectively. But yeah, I do think Jade might be actually a good matchup for Spawn too, because he can probably run away with that. You know, Jade does a good job of running away from pretty much everybody, right? There's a handful of characters that have projectiles that do beat Glow, but if you don't have one of those, then Jade is going to control the pace. You're going to have to chase her down, which is no easy task. But Scorpion will be able to get out. He's also going to be able to chase Spawn down if it comes to that. Dr. Omnipotent has no stranger to kind of running away and laming it out himself. And we just saw a timeout victory. You don't get a timeout victory with hyper-aggression. So, you know, if he's trying to kind of run away and stay away, Reese will be able to get in there when he wants, but also get out of there when he wants. That's kind of the thing about Scorpion, is this character dictates the pace in almost every way. Quick use of the fatal blow from Dr. Omnipotent. Strange use, but he's done it. And now he'll need to reactivate that buff if he wants his fatal blow again, apparently. Alright, nicely done. Caught him with the Amplify. And the thing about the Amplify on the War Club is that it tracks everywhere, even at full screen. So people see you even when you whiff the War Club, and they'll think, oh, I can hit him because he whiffed it. And no, the Amplify is going to catch you. You can jump it, it's not a guarantee, but you will see in quite a few circumstances where people try to catch him, and nope, the amp is there to catch him, even at like full screen trying to throw a projectile or something. Like, let me spear him. Nope, not today. Ooh, another fatal blow at higher health. He's using the fatal blow whenever you want ability, but hasn't been able to successfully make it connect here. Oh, we got the Halo music. Is Dr. Omnipotent going to be able to tap into the Halo music? That's going to be a punish, and should be the kill with the KB. Very nicely done. Dr. Omnipotent on the board first here in our final game.
Round 2, fight.
Ooh, big swing and miss from that interactable. That may have honestly been on accident, though, because it cost him defensive meter. And for Scorpion in particular, that defensive meter is just so key to have access to. You don't want to be spending it willy-nilly. You want to be conserving that for the key moments when you need it. Alright, backing away. Right now the life lead is in Reese's favor. 60 seconds left on the clock here. Throw going to continue to expand on that life lead here. Dr. Omnipotent only has 50 seconds left. And the thing is, he can teleport in or out whenever he wants. Alright, caught him with a hit. Ooh, the flawless block. Beautiful place from Reese, knowing exactly what he needs to do in this matchup. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Uh-oh, that's going to be a big punish. No KB, though. So he's not going to be able to do anything to get the life lead here. Life lead still isn't going to be happening, but he's got a fatal blow now. And the fatal blow could kill. It does extra damage if he uses it now. Oh, that would have armor broken him. He's got the life lead now. Oh my god, is he going to time him out? Another timeout win from Dr. Omnipotent. The patience overwhelming there. You saw Reese willing to run the clock, though. You know, he was definitely a contributor to the clock running out on him, but just got caught a couple too many times there in the end. And it is going to be Dr. Omnipotent earning the opportunity for the run back here against Robitussin in our grand finals. Different kind of lame out. Alright, so we've got Dr. Omnipotent here. We're going to go ahead and get an invite out to Robitussin to join us in our grand finals here. Alright, invite is away. And for anybody curious, this is just a practice bracket. You know, we're just playing for fun here today. The idea is to get prepped for 2022, which is just around the corner, depending on when you're watching this. So, you know, early in January of 2022, we're going to be running events again for the Xbox side of things. So this is just kind of a prep event. So if you've been enjoying the tournaments or looking forward to seeing them come back or anything like that, just know that that is on the table now, because we are looking to make a return in 2022. You know, we've had some people that have been asking about getting in there and, you know, doing some events and playing some games. So I'd love to put some stuff up for the Xbox side of things. I've been missing running events, and the number of people I've heard asking me about when they're coming back has made me think it'd be a good time. I think the game coming to Game Pass also helps, so there's a whole new crop of players out there that could be joining and getting participated, and introducing them to the competitive side of things I think could be a really fun idea. Even if we can just get one of them to catch the bug, I think that'll be important to have another player that wants to join our ranks and play MK at the competitive level. And yeah, dude, we could do some other cool like series stuff too, like that. If I can get people that are down to participate, you know, with like regular stuff, like I've got time that I can stream semi-regularly, so I'd be down to have people like come in. We can do like a round robin event if we just get like a handful of people to come through, or we can get like a Survivor King of the Hill going or something like that if we want people to come and play. That sounds awesome. But here we go. Grand Finals, Robitussin. He's got some games to work with here, as Dr. Omnipotent is on the loser side of things. And because he's on the loser side of things, he's going to need to win 6 games. Robitussin only needs to win 3. So what Robitussin's doing here, he's got a little room to work with. He's going to take some time and take a little chances going for a secondary pick, it looks like, with this Kotal Khan play. It's a practice tournament, and he's got the room of the Grand Finals, winner side, to allow him the opportunity to see if he can make some magic happen here with Kotal Khan.
Fight.
Alright, tossing a pizza. Backing away, Dr. Omnipotent trying to work his way in. Look at how much chip he's already taken. He hasn't gotten hit, I don't think. But he's just been getting opened up by all this chip. No, he must have gotten hit by something. His first hit props weren't there on that one. Here's the opening, though. Trying to even things up. Catches him before the disc can get thrown as well. But you gotta be careful. That disc will chunk you for big, big pieces of that health bar if you get hit by the KB there. That could have been it, actually. I'm surprised it wasn't. He's using that to absorb the projectiles, but not to trigger the KB. Which, honestly, triggering that KB is a big pain in the ass. So, I don't necessarily blame him for not even bothering to try with it, because it seems like it doesn't actually work as much as anyone would like it to. Alright, swinging with the chains again. More chains. Again, this harassment with those chains. Kotal does have some long-range moves. He's got that sword. He's got forward 2, which lunges quite far. It's on the slower side, so chains will beat it, but you know, that hesitation and the staggering of them could be the window that Robitussin needs to sneak one in. Using the sun to heal as well. If he gets a KB, he could snatch the life lead here, actually. But now Robitussin's going to need a fatal blow hit if he wants this. This is not going to do enough damage, even with the amp. It still will allow Dr. Omnipotent to get his 3rd timeout round in a row, almost. Just timeout after timeout here from Dr. Omnipotent. Ooh, that's the opening. Khan Cut will take him to the skies as well. Launches him into the Huey command grab. He'll spend just a single bar for 40% and no damage buff prior. He wasn't buffed up beforehand, and he just did 40%. That's crazy. Alright, another scoop with the command grab. Gets another drink of the slime that lives inside of Dr. Omnipotent's veins. Oh, and there it goes. Doesn't even need to finish the combo. Robitussin just swinging with that big sword to take round 2 here in game 1.
Fight.
She's the big unblockable. Just lets it rip. This long is too long. It's 17 minutes. Alright, here's the launch. No breakaway. Gonna just hold the damage here as Robitussin takes another drink. Glug, glug, glug. Getting the tattoos glowing nice and hot. Ooh, went for the armor break a little late, though. Had the right idea. Okay. Trying to chip him out, it seems. Just trying to dig through that health bar. Robitussin now on Fatal Blow territory, though. So you do need to be careful. Oh, he caught him. Not enough to kill. Just got the meter back. Amplify the guns. Nope, they're a high. So smartly decides not to. The unblockable was too far away. And Dr. Omnipotent takes game 1.
Spawn wins.
So Robitussin is experimenting with Kodal. The question does become, for how long? Is he going to do the first set as Kodal? Is it just game 1 as Kodal? Is he going to do the whole entire thing? The second set too? I guess we'll find out as we go. We're heading back to our character select screen now, though, to find out, most importantly, if Kodal's run is done or not.
Noob Cybot. Spawn.
And it looks like Kodal's run is done. Game 1 was all he was going to get, as Robitussin now busting out the Noob Cybot, which, again, you know, I think this Noob Cybot is built almost as a bit of a spawn counter. So we'll see.
The Hourglass.
Omnipotent works. Omnipotent, omnipotent. I wouldn't follow you for it. Somebody said it some way, which is like you added an extra letter. So you're definitely making that up. I don't remember who it was though.
Fight.
Alright, here we go. Straight in with the Spirit Balls. They're fast, they hit hard. They don't have an amplify, so they aren't like crazy deadly. You can't shoot 2 of them at once, but just their sheer damage output is enough to really have an opponent hesitating on their way in. Man, is that weird ethereal children giggling in the background of this music? That's not creepy. Oh, absorbs that. I mean, that's going to reduce the chip at least. He's going to take 0 chip from that. He's not going to get the KB to happen because that move is crushing. That move is not. It doesn't work. They didn't play test it. Like many of Spawn things, just a little bit too slow for it to do what you want it to do. What you'd like it to do.
Fight.
It still does stuff, just not exactly what you want it to do. Oh, the low slide catches him, gets him out of the corner as well. The more important thing here for Robitussin, do not get cornered by Spawn. And I think the thing about Noob Cybot is that he does such a great job of kind of challenging and being pesky just outside of those ranges where Spawn starts to come online and be at his deadliest. So Noob Cybot can kind of harass you before you get there, which with many characters is not the case. Noob Cybot letting rip with the clone. Oh, he tried. Beautiful duck underneath that. That is a high. And Robitussin takes game 1.
Noob Cybot wins.
Beautiful answer back there by Robitussin, making Noob Cybot put the work in for him. And I genuinely do think that, you know, after watching this, Noob Cybot has some great tools here for dealing with some of the things that Spawn brings to the table. Just the ability to kind of prevent Spawn from getting into that range that he's so comfortable at in the first place, I think is very powerful. Because, you know, the thing is once Spawn gets you to that optimal range where he's just outside with the chains, it's very difficult to kind of regain control and get your way out of that. So if you can do a really good job of kind of keeping him away from that range in the first place, that is genuinely effective. And what also happens is that all the damage that you're doing before he gets there means that when he does get there, he's kind of losing a little bit of his threat because he has way less health. He's just that much closer to the edge, and you know, it's just not as dangerous as like, oh, this 80% life lead that he's got. It's not the same anymore. Now he's, you know, in many cases lower life than you, and you just got to hit him with a few more. So we'll see what Dr. Omnipotent does in the changes department, if anything. We're going to see Spawn yet again and what kind of adjustments to deal with Noob. Noob is what defeated him on the winner's side of the bracket and sent him to the loser's bracket. So far it has proven to be the more difficult aspect of Robitussin's arsenal when it comes to Dr. Omnipotence as well. So Spawn versus Noob has been tough for him thus far and continues to be as we move through our grand finals. We'll see what the answer is now. Game 3. Alright, patience from both players, and immediately the Spirit Ball's coming out, keeping him at bay. You're going to have to weather the storm and walk through this obstacle course to make it through. Gets caught by a clone as well, so that's 1 for the KB. Count him with me. Alright, more Spirit Balls. So far, been tons of Spirit Balls. Haven't had any connect, but just the threat of them, and we've already seen almost 30 seconds of the clock already gone. And Dr. Omnipotent doesn't want to shoot his own fireballs back. There's another clone. That's 2, 3. Ooh, big jump in, though. Doesn't go any further. Oh, big jump over the Spirit Ball. That is one of the problems with Spirit Ball, is that if you jump over it, it can be very deadly, and it doesn't have like an amplify to make it recover faster or shoot another fireball or nothing. Like it just is what it is. So if you can jump over it, you can get punished pretty hard by it too. All right, doesn't get over anything on that one. Pokes into low chains. Robitussin pushing a little bit too many buttons, and you know, despite all that time that he spent trying to keep him out of that optimal range, eventually Dr. Omnipotent found it. Eventually he pushed him to the corner, and he got to sit at that perfect chains range, and Robitussin ran out of options to get away from it. Who was supposed to be counting the clones? I've already lost count. I already lost count. Lots of shooting going on between these two. He catches him with the cape, doesn't commit. Flawless block, that's going to reduce that chip there significantly. Keep that life lead intact. And the reversal punish even at that range. Able to successfully punish it. And now Dr. Omnipotent in trouble. Running out of health to work with. And that'll do it. Robitussin opens him up and ties up the rounds here in Game 3. Ooh, caught him with the clone. Building for the KB, and he's got it! 367. The math is done. That is a huge chunk of life just gone. And it's great for the late game. Round 3 is the perfect time for that KB to start to make an appearance. Ducks underneath the throw. Oh, he went for just a raw teleport. He'll eat a crushing blow for his troubles. Not an uppercut KB, though, so... But it's an uncontestable one. Oh, speaking of uppercut KB, he went for it. Tried to get in there with the cape parry, but the problem with that move is it is a high. It shouldn't be. It's too slow to be a high, but it is a high, and a beautiful uppercut comes through and kills him. Alright, here we go. Potential final game as Robitussin now has the advantage. If Robitussin can secure this next game, it'll be over. Dr. Omnipotent, however, if he can get these next 2, he'll be able to reset the bracket and take those 2 wins away from Robitussin. See what character he decides to try to get the job done with, though. Has some options. But it does look like it's going to be Spawn all day. Considering it, at least.
Tarkatan War Camp.
Alright. Here we go. Potential final game between these two. Dr. Omnipotent gonna dig those heels in, though.
Round 1.
And I think in tournament, his primary character is Spawn, but he uses a couple other characters here and there. That's going to be the KB. Close enough for the parry to work that time. And he got the arm. Okay, Dr. Omnipotent came to play on this one. That was huge. What an opening here. Can he maintain this momentum here? Definitely making his presence known right now. Keeps it going. Cancels in the corner here. Tries to get the chain pressure going, but you know the other thing too is Spawn or Noob Saibot does have a pretty fast long range move to challenge the chains as well, so gotta be careful. Looking for the chip out here. He just needs a little bit more and he'll get it with the fireball. Nicely done. Dr. Omnipotent takes round 1, answers back.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, big jump in. Gonna get a full launch here in the corner. Goes for the armor break. Keeps the damage. 20% isn't too hefty, but the fact that it threatens an armor break too, I think is important because it's guaranteed damage. You don't have to worry about it slipping away. Beautiful absorb on those fireballs, keeping the chip away. Although I guess you could just duck them. But that's not fancy. He's being fancy. Those trades are going to be in Robitussin's favor, building the clones as well for the KB. Oh, you see that shimmy going in, looking to bait out some sort of response and just backdashing away to see what he does. Robitussin wisely just hanging on, being defensive, seeing what's going to happen. Set point now, tournament point I should say, available for Robitussin. If he can just get one more, it's going to be a great opening, building for that clone KB as well. He may even have it. It's the final round. We've seen plenty of clones connect. So the next straight clone could be devastating to Dr. Omnipotent's health bar. Careful. Backs away. Big jump in, though. Dr. Omnipotent takes some damage here. Gets the Amplify off of the armor break. Or the armor break attempt, I should say. The War Club. Robitussin about to be in Fatal Blow territory. But now if he gets a clone to connect, he might even be able to kill with that. Just needs one more. Look out for the Fatal Blow from Spawn. Fatal Blow now available for both players. Oh my god, what a bold play like that. Oh, he got him? No way. He did point blank Spirit Ball like that. Got away with it, and then just the tip with that back 3 caught him trying to get away. But just back 3 is just another one of those moves that has extreme range on it and can kind of challenge and contest where Spawn is going to try to comfortably sit. So very nicely done. It's going to be Robitussin taking it 3-1 in the end in Grand Finals. So a very clean run from Robitussin. He is our champion here tonight, though. So very nicely done. And big thanks to everybody for coming through and playing. I really appreciate you guys coming through. You know, for this is just like a Christmas Eve tournament. So for those of you guys that had the time, I appreciate you spending your time here with us. Thank you so much. Really excited and looking forward to future events here with the Exiles. You know, it's been fun running them in the past, and I've been missing doing it, and it's been fun kind of dipping back into it here and there. So 2022 is going to be great. For anybody that wants to join and participate in these, you can hop into Discord or follow me on Twitter. That's where most of the stuff is announced, so you can be kind of up to date and then know when to come through and get involved. And then, of course, if you want to participate in other ways, such as on the mic, let me know. I need other people to join me on the mic for commentary too. So you don't have to be a player if you want to get involved. Anybody is welcome to kind of get in here and try their hand at the many different facets of this. So feel free to get a hold of me and let me know, and we'll talk it out and see where we can find a spot for you, either in the brackets or in the booth with me.